Good afternoon. You're barely alive. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Happy Friday. It's been like 2 weeks since we've talked, Twindrella. I don't feel like that's okay. It's not okay. Are you okay? What's going on? What's up? It's November. How is it November already? I forgot to change my music. I changed all my stuff, but I forgot I had my spoopy music on still. So when I went live, I was like, oh, that's my spoopy playlist. And the first song wasn't so bad, but the second one was decidedly spoopy. So I'll need to remember to change that. Mr. Cozy Chaos is here. Freaking holidays are just busy. You have Thanksgiving with the fam, and then Yule. Yule isn't until December, like late December. One thing at a time. So wait, isn't there a second command? I thought there was a second command. I thought I made one. Why do I not know my commands? Yeah, Twinderella was first. You claimed second, and you were like chronologically second as well. I swear I made a second command. Do I not have one? There's a first one. Second or bust, people. Well, and then I didn't make a command for second. You can't be first, and apparently you also cannot be second. Good job. Well done. Professional stream setup all the way, as per usual. You're a unit tester. Well, why you gotta like call me out for my QA failings on stream, like live? Why you gotta be like that? Okay, so we gotta make a command for second because we don't have one. How did I miss that? Adam bought you the funniest game on Steam called Plastic Duck Simulator. So we've been naming our ducks hilarious things. Oh dear. Negative testing, I'm gonna break shit. No, you're not allowed. That's what Mike is for. You are not Mike. I don't need Mike plus a Mike wannabe, okay? So, know your place, sir. Your place is not to be Mike, okay? I have not heard of Plastic Duck Simulator. It sounds interesting. Hey, look, can we I have an idea. Hold on. Mr. Cozy Chaos. I don't know if I used it right. I did. I used it right. Please throw tomatoes now. Okay, I'm going to make a second command. Y'all are going to put up with me while I do this because it's a Travis Shamockery that we don't have one. I feel like it'd be such a funny game for when streamers take breaks. Turn on the ducks and let people use channel points to name them or something. That'd be fun, but you have to be an affiliate and have channel points. I no longer do. All right, second is the name of this command group. It's going to go in my group of fun commands. Second is what you're going to type. There's going to be a chat message, and what's it going to say? Oh, crap. How do I do this? That's why I said streamers and not you. Hey, I am a streamer. Twinderella. There you go. Into the dungeon with you. Never thought that would happen. So we've been live for what, 6 minutes? And the chaos is already taken over. All right, how do I special identifiers reference. Oh God, setting up commands is hard. User ID, username, the name of the user who initiated the command. No. I want it to apply target. I need target. Can I get a target? Target user. Okay. Why? Stupid Gallic keyboard. Okay, let's see if I got this right. Apparently not. Close, but no cigar. Okay, hold on. Let me see. What's the language I'm supposed to use? These commands are hard. Words are hard. Words in programming languages are hard. Target. Okay, I got it. I got it. Target user display name. It was close. Yay! Okay, so now can I set it up so that you can only use it once per stream? I think so. Required users totals. There's like, how many seconds? Okay, we need to do like, we need to wait at least like 12 hours. How many seconds are in 12 hours? Hey, Alexa, how many seconds in 12 hours? I don't think I did this right. Valid threshold user amount must be specified. Run for each user, required users. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Well, we'll save that for another day. We're just gonna have to keep track of who used second first. I want to set it up so that only one person can use second, and you try again and be like, too bad, so sad. But I know there's a way to do that. That's more in depth than we want to get. So, what do we know? What do we know? What's going on? Okay, so Thanksgiving, y'all are doing Thanksgiving. We're gonna have Thanksgiving at the family this year for the first time since COVID started. So, that's good. My parents are like, we're coming sometime around Thanksgiving. We don't know when. Don't plan around us, but we'll be there. So if they show up on Thanksgiving, we're going to be at my sister-in-law's. If they show up, the last time they did that, they ended up showing up on Thanksgiving, but like at like 8 o'clock at night or something. So we had already eaten our food and we were already putting up Christmas decorations and all of that. It was okay. It was fine. But this time we're not going to be home. So, you know, it'd be helpful to know when they're coming. And I think we'll know closer to the date. But anyway, they're going to be here. And it'll feel like a normal Thanksgiving, I think, which is nice. But I'm not ready to talk about that yet because I'm still enjoying fall, and I'm not, as much as I love putting up Christmas decorations. No, it's not true. I don't love putting them up. I love it once they're up. Some of it's fun. Some of it is stressful. Meister Wobbles gets really cranky and stressy every year, and he gets really grumpy, and we get in a fight because there's just something about Christmas decorations that so putting them up. So there's certain things that I do and there's certain things that he does, and he feels like he's doing everything, and he's not, but he feels like he is. So then he gets grumpy. So I'm like, look, we either need to do it at separate times need to do our separate things, not in the same space, or you just need to kind of, take some deep breaths and calm down and try to enjoy the experience. We're actually putting up a tree this year for the first time in 3 years. I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I love it. I love the lights on the tree. They're my favorite. And we have these timers, these outlet timer things. They're like the Amazon Echo Alexa connected. Shh, shh, I wasn't talking to you. Sorry. Bye. Yeah, okay, bye. And so I have them on timers and they turn on at 6:30 in the morning or whatever. And they turn off at midnight or whatever. So all of the lighted decorations automatically turn on. So I wake up and there's Christmas light, and I go to bed and there's Christmas light. I don't have to remember to turn anything off, which is fantastic. We have lots of trees. We have a tree in our bedroom. So our master bedroom faces the front, and so we put one in the window so you can see it in the window from outside, because our other tree is downstairs at the back of the house. And if the front door is open, it's like directly opposite the front door. So if our storm door is open and you can see through the glass, you can see our tree all nice and lit up. But if the front door is closed, which it usually is in the winter because cold, you can't see any sort of Christmas lights. We don't put any on the outside. We used to, but we haven't put any on the outside. So that's it. So we have our tree upstairs that's lit and whatever. And then we've got some mini trees. We had one for each kid when there were 4 kids living here. I think one of them broke. So we have 3 trees now. No, we still have 4. No, we have 3. The kids used to each put one in their room. And they don't anymore. They're party poopers. So I have one in my office. We have one on the table by the front door. We have one up in the loft, like sitting area. And then my youngest now I can't believe he didn't put it up for Halloween. He's got a Halloween tree. So it's like it's a little mini tree, like a little desktop thing or tabletop thing. It's black and it's got like Halloween themed decorations. And I'm surprised. I think he forgot about it, but that's his Christmas tree now because, he's goth. Been goth for a little while. He really likes skulls mostly more than anything, but he's got all our old Halloween decorations in his room that are like regular everyday decorations for him. So he's fun. You just have the one tree and I'm worried it hasn't withstood storage well. Yeah. So what we've stopped doing is buying trees with lights because the lights always break and then you've got like the middle section of the tree doesn't have lights and then you have to find other lights. We're like, look, we're going to get a nice Christmas tree. We're going to spend a decent amount of money. We have 9-foot ceilings here where we only had 8 foot in the previous. So we got a bigger tree than we used to, which is why we have so many freaking trees. I think did we get rid of one? Or did we put one in the office? Do we have 3 big trees now? I can't remember. We had 2, and then we got the new one, and I don't remember what we did with the old one. We put one in, I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. So the new tree, it's flocked, and it has pine cones in it, so it's got the white, snowy, whatever, which is the first time I've ever bought a tree like that. It was really pretty, though. And then it's got pine cones built in, and I have some pine cone decor I put out in like the fall, and it just stays through the winter. I just add some Christmas ornaments or whatever to it to make it look Christmassy. But anyway, we bought these LED lights, which theoretically should last for freaking ever, and they're really bright. And you can change the twinkly setting, or you can have them fly. You can do whatever. There's multiple settings, and I had to make sure to get the warm colored one because I don't like that bright white. They're very bright, but they're not white. They're like the yellowy, whatever. I don't like that whitish blue light for my Christmas stuff. I don't think it's not calming and relaxing. I like the yellowy stuff that looks sort of candlelighty, right? I like that. So yeah, no more buying trees that are pre-lit because they just don't stay lit. Christmas lights are shitty. And I'd rather have to keep replacing light strings than trees, and then having a tree that I paid extra to have pre-lit that I still have to buy light strings for. I'm so over that. So we have a nice tree with no lights that we add our own lights to. And the LED light strips are actually pretty inexpensive. You need a rainbow tree for upstairs, just a small one. And then we have a white one that we use downstairs. We don't have room for more than that, though. Well, there you go. Yeah, I liked having like the little mini tree in each kid's room. They could have their own little bit of Christmas. My youngest kid we have these lights that you can either have white or color, like the rainbow colors. And they can alternate, or you can pick one or the other. I have a string of those that I use in my office for my Christmas tree. And then he puts the other 2 strings around his window and around his bed. I can't remember if he uses the color or the white, though. I think he uses the color. But he doesn't, they stopped caring about having the little mini trees in their rooms, which made me sad. So I just put them other places and I just use them for myself. So most of our spaces have some kind of tree or decor because, look, I'm a little extra with my Christmas decorations. Okay. It is what it is. Did we give away our tree last year? I don't remember what we did. Theoretically, we should have 3 trees. But I only remember... What am I doing here? I only remember 2 from last year. I wonder if we gave one away. We may have done. Anyway, my favorite thing is Christmas decorations and the lights. So we leave the lights on in the one in our room like 24/7. So it's very bright in there at night. And we leave the blinds kind of at least partially open so you can see the lights from the street. So yeah, one needs to be mindful of what one is wearing when one's walking around in our bedroom at night during the Christmas season. But I love the decorations. It's so cozy and they're so cheerful. Yeah. And the way our house is lit up on the inside with Christmas lights, it's very Yule-like. It's like celebrating the return of the light. All of the light returns to our house and it just resides there. But the most depressing thing is taking down the tree. Taking down all the lights. Oh, it's freaking depressing. I hate it. I hate it. But anyway... I've got special coffee mugs that have snowflakes on them that come out that we use. Just a few things that are special just for Christmas things. So we use them for like a month from Thanksgiving through, a little more than a month. We use them into January. And then they're only special if you take them out. We have these little plastic cups that have like Christmas designs on them. One's green, one's red. They're really cheap little plastic cups. But the kids used to use them during Christmas when we would take them out, and they still do. They're, grown-ass teenagers now, but they still I want my little cup. Mostly the youngest kid. The oldest kid needs a bigger cup. He's a thirsty boy, and he needs a bigger cup. He doesn't really use them, but as much. And we have 3 of us like eggnog. The oldest child does not, but we make him try eggnog every year because I'm like, one day you're going to like eggnog. It's going to grow on you. You're going to acquire a taste for eggnog, maybe. But you have to try it or you won't know. So he goes into it with a really negative mindset. Like, he's like, I'm not going to like it. But I make him do a little shot of eggnog every year. No booze. But I make him do a little shot of eggnog every year just to see if he likes it. So our Christmas tradition is to torture poor young man. The youngest child likes eggnog a lot. And then, we put a little rum in it for us. But you love me some eggnog. Yeah, there's just some things that are just... They're special because they're only at that time of the year. If you had something all year, every year, it wouldn't be special or exciting anymore. It would just be, so my kid, we used to just get cider during the fall and winter, and now we get it year round because that's what they like to drink. They like drinking apple cider. They drink apple cider year round. So to me, that's not very exciting. It takes all the special and the tradition out of it. But I only make like the mulled hot apple cider at this time of year. So we had some for Samhain. What I did this year, I did something a little different than I normally do. The way I mulled it, I usually just do it on the stovetop, and it usually gets, you know, just enough to heat it up, get a little of that spice in there. But I put it in the crock pot, and I just let it simmer for like 6 hours. And I threw some oranges in there, and I had this pre-mixed mulling spice thing that I threw in there. Normally I just do my own, but I had this mulled whatever seasoning mix, so I was like, oh, let me just use that. We did that. And the orange was an interesting addition. I didn't love it. Mr. Chaos, Mr. Cozy Chaos, Mr. whatever his name is, he loves it. He loved it. He went and got like the last little bit. He like made sure he got every last little drop of what was left. And I didn't get feedback from the youngest kid. He just took his up to his room, and that was, I don't know if he liked it more or not. He drank it, so he didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but I think it was a little too much. I peeled the orange, and I put the orange in there. I use clementines or mandarin oranges, whatever those little ones are, because that's all we had. So I, pulled apart all the little segments, and I just let them float in there. And then I put the peel in there too. And maybe I could have just done the peel, and that might have been sufficient. I don't know. But we went out, we had the fire pit, and we had our cider. It was lovely. It was a pretty decent weather day. Had lots of trick-or-treaters. Good. They didn't take all of our candy. We still have some left. I eat maybe 1 or 2 pieces of it a day. Mr. Cozy Chaos, how many pieces of candy do you eat a day? He's already had some. It wasn't even morning. I mean, it wasn't even noon yet. It was like 11 o'clock, and he's already eating Halloween candy. I'm like, dude, wait till afternoon at least. Candy in the morning? Come on. But, what's the fun of being an adult if you can't have candy in the morning, right? So, you just had a peppermint patty. That's morning for you there. Yeah, see? 17? 17. Yeah, see. Snack foods need to be supervised in our home. And not because of the children, because of the husband. He needs constant supervision when it comes to snacking. He likes him a snack. He likes salty snacks. He likes sweet snacks. Doesn't care. He's not particular. He just likes to snack. I guess like who doesn't, right? Everybody likes to snack. Well, probably not everybody. Anyway, we have peppermint patties, I think, still in the bowl. I don't know if anybody's eaten any. I haven't. They're not my favorite. I would eat everything else first. We had a good variety of candy this year. But there was like 800 different kinds of Kit Kat. Maybe a little too much in the way of Kit Kats. I like Kit Kat, but there were too many. Anyway. Excuse me, Mr. Cozy Chaos. I'm going to get some deliveries from the Amazon today. Not from the jungle. Or I guess it's a river. The Amazon? Is that a jungle or a river or both? They're not coming from the Amazon. They're coming from Amazon. I'm not sure if there's anything Christmassy or secret in there. I don't think so. It's books and some... Oh, this was working. There we go. And some matches to refill my matches. And what else? That's about it. Mostly books. My Christmas list this year is going to basically be books. All the books. About herbalism, paganism, and witchy-related stuff to paganism and herbalism, but mostly just herbalism stuff. I've been making things. So, my sister-in-law just finished her chemo for her breast cancer. and she has radiation coming up. And I was doing this herbalism course online, and they talked about calendula oil, which is apparently excellent for radiation therapy burns. Kind of get like a sunburn, you get a burn from radiation therapy. And it's supposed to be excellent for that. And I'm like, oh, let me make some oil. So I did, but I screwed up somehow, and I made way more than I intended to. So I have a 16-ounce jar for her and a 16-ounce jar for me. And I put different essential oils in each of them for different purposes. But it's amazing. It is freaking amazing. I have really, really dry skin, and this time of year when the heater's on and the humidity is lower, my skin is just ridiculously dry. I hate it, but this oil is incredible. It's instantaneous, and it lasts a really long time. Your skin feels really soft for a really long time, and it's just supposed to have all these great properties for your skin. So I did that. I've just been making little things. I've got some tinctures that are brewing as we speak, but they take like 6 weeks, so they won't be ready till December. And I made elderberry syrup, and I made some lemon verbena syrup. Yeah, I'm loving this herbalism thing. Plus my aromatherapy, which I've done for quite some time. I'm enjoying it. All right. I needed to change something. Oh, Twitch. Wylde flowers. I'm trying to find a bunch of new spice blends from all over. See, if you were going to be a witch, Twinderella, you would be a kitchen witch. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. I would be a green witch. I want to do the herbal stuff, the aromatherapy stuff. Ideally, I would like to grow stuff, and I have a few things on my list to grow, but I'm not great at gardening. I'm not. We can't grow anything inside. We can't have any live plants inside except cat grass, because my cat will eat everything. He'll get up anywhere you put the plants and he will eat them. So can't have anything inside, unfortunately, but outside. I'm going to try a couple of things, a couple different kinds of flowers that I want to use. I'm going to try to grow calendula, and then chamomile if I can. I want to grow moon flowers just because they're pretty and they blossom only at night, which I think is amazing. They're nice, big, bright, white flowers that bloom at night. That's amazing. A few things, but I have lavender already, which I harvested and dried, and I just took all the lavender buds off the stems the other day. It took hours. Did not expect it to take hours. But oh my God, it smells so good. Berbera, I don't know how you say that spice, from Ethiopia. Total comfort food kind of blend. I'm a little shy of spices. Some are really, really, really strong. And there's some spices I like, and there's some that are too, like, I don't like curry. I haven't tried a curry I've liked yet. Not my favorite. So anything that has that sort of vibe, I don't love. I don't know what that other one you just said, it Ross something. Burberry, kind of like the brand Burberry. Well, there you go. That's El Hanout. My friend told me I need to try it. I think it's from India. It sounds potentially like from India. Why am I'm not trying to turn on my Switch. What am I doing? It's not a Switch game. I'm confused. I have my Switch controllers in my hand while I'm trying to play Wildflowers, which is not a Switch game. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. Yes, if you were a witch, you would be a kitchen witch. All the magic you make with your kitchen stuff. Curry's gonna be so different, but you have to avoid generic curry powders, which aren't actually curry. Well, right, I know there's a lot of different kinds of curry. What I've been exposed to thus far, I have not enjoyed. We went to this good Thai restaurant that I imagine doesn't just use generic curry powder. And whatever we had there, I still didn't like it. Not my thing. So far, it's not my thing. I don't know how to describe that type of flavor, but the spices that are curry-like are not my favorite. They're just not. I love garam masala based curry. Yeah, see, I don't know enough about any of them to be able to say what I've had. I know there's some red curry, green curry, yellow curries. I don't know what they're named. I don't know anything about it. I just know that so far, my experience with curry has been not my favorite. I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. What did we make? This is not curry related, but it's a spice that I didn't expect to like. Oh God. It was some sort of home chef meal. I feel like it was shawarma is what we made, and I don't remember what the name of the spice in it was. But I did not expect to like it, because it's sort of leaning toward that curry vibe. But I loved it. So figure that one out. Okay, now I need to look it up. What kind of spice do they use in that shawarma? Is that how you say it? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Curry is just sauce, basically, and can taste 1,000 different ways. White people love to call one specific thing curry constantly. Yeah, we're well, and then the British people talk about curry this and curry that all the time, and I'm like, I don't think it would do very well in England because of well, they're just calling it shawarma spice, but it was what's in it? I hate pop-up ads. Give me your email address. No. Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, allspice, and cayenne. Well, I guess I don't hate any of those things, so that would be why. It's like pumpkin spice with a little cayenne, except in non-pumpkin-y foods. Anyway, it was very good. Whatever the meal was, it was delicious. And I was a little nervous about it because, again, these are not my favorite flavors, but I'm glad we had it. It was really good. Can't do ones with lots of ginger. Yeah, ginger for me needs to be minimal. So my dad used to make stir fry and stuff, whatever, all the time at home. And he would just add way, way, way too much ginger. Now, when you do that with garlic, I'm fine. I love garlic. I feel like it's really hard to overdo garlic, I think. It's my belief. However, ginger is different. Ginger, I need a light touch for ginger. It gets really spicy and it can be really overwhelming. It can really take over. And I like it when it's blended in, not when it's like the holy ginger Batman. Except gingerbread cookies. That's different. Clove, you have to be careful with. Clove is very, very powerful. Well, see, all of these things are like heating oils. Cinnamon, not oils, but they have heat to them. So you've got... Like if you have the essential oil of ginger, clove, cinnamon, they will all like heat your skin. They have like a burning heat capacity to them. So when you add them, so you have to be moderate. You couldn't do all spice heavy ones either. Can't stand it in big amounts, but there's a little Burberry, right, in it. And so small amounts are good with. Done a lot of hot curries, mostly the savory warm ones. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't done a lot of hot curries because, hello, you like spicy stuff. Okay. What were we doing? We did this last week and I forget. I haven't like butter chicken. I don't know if I've had butter chicken. You're also in bumfuck you. This is true. Well, the internet gets you you can be exposed to more things than you could have prior to interwebs online ordering days. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to go somewhere and just have somebody like who, is an expert at cooking the thing, cook the thing for you. Butter chicken is a curry gateway. Okay. Well, it seems like it would be the safest thing for me to try. Okay. So I don't have all the things I need for this yet. I definitely don't have that. And then, yeah, some of these are long-term projects. All right, Grandma, what's up? Nothing. I can't talk to Grandma. are the things ready? This one needs water. Did you finish this game? I started it, forgot about it because a bunch of other stuff came out. And then just remembered last week, I'm like, oh yeah, I had not finished this game yet. Let me try it. There seems to be a lot to it. Like it's not a quick game to finish. Hey there, Astra, welcome back. Happy Friday. How is your day going? You should play it though because I need something to hold me over until the next Disney update. Are you already done all the things? Okay, so tell me how to level up. You got the candles. Good for you. The strawberry smells amazing. So is it, I mean, you said you like strawberry smells in general, and I'm the one who's picky about it. Is it the fakey strawberry, or does it smell like realish? Nervous. I'm nervous about that. Anyway, how do you level up Ursula and Ariel? Is it just about giving them gifts? Is that it? Is that the only way to really do it? You can go chat with them, but I mean, gems? So if you give them whatever gem they want. So I was getting a few critters as companions. I've done all the things. I have 150,000 Dreamlight. So I just spent all my Dreamlight unlocking the Frozen one. So I still have to do the Forgotten Lands, but I only have like 3,000 gems right now or whatever. So I'm still kind of working on that. But yeah, I've got a lot of them leveled up. I've got a few leveled up to 10. A lot of them level 8 or 9. And then I've got those frickin' water ladies who are impossible. So you think it smells pretty real. Okay. I should probably just like go to the store and smell it, but I don't like going to the store. There's outside where people are. What is that nonsense? I forget what I'm working on today. Have you done the new star path? What's the new star path? Spam flowers and gems. Okay. Okay. It's overflowed on gems, so that was easy, but flowers are so easy to get to. Yes, they are. The Halloween stuff. No, I didn't play it for a while. So I didn't do any of the Halloween, or very little of the Halloween stuff.
Saw Vanessa on her way to your farm with a plate of cupcakes.
All right. How's the volume on that? For me, it was a bit low. Try again. Halloween stuff is so cute. So I can still get it. It's got like a Swedish scent, the fragrance notes of strawberry whipped cream and bergamot. I like all of those things. It sounds good. But I just bought 12 candles. So I'm not going to buy it anymore. But I was curious about that one. Smells like dessert. Well, that sounds amazing, and it's going to make me want to eat. I still have my pumpkin stuff out, but I just moved the Halloween stuff out to Forbidden Lands to decorate there. I haven't actually decorated anywhere. When they say put 10 things out, I cheat. I put a bunch of shit out. I finished my quest, and then I delete it all. And not delete it, but like put it all away. She is such a thoughtful first lady.
And she works with the twins every day. The League of the Conscious Mind doesn't have saints, but if we did, she would certainly qualify.
Anyway. Yeah, I just started playing it again in the last couple of days.
Oh, you know who sings
and I was doing things that required a whole lot of grinding. Like, there was one that I needed like 200 clay or something. That was the worst because you have to dig it all up and then you have to like undig it, right? And you don't get clay for everything you dig. You only get one for every so many. Oh. It took a long time, and I did it mostly in the in Scars area, the Sunlit Plateau, and it was just completely dug up. And then I didn't play it for a while because I was like, I don't want to go fix them all. I don't want to go dig all those holes again. And then I guess when they updated or patched or whatever, or after so many days, the holes just go away or something. Because I went back there and I'm like, oh, it's all done. I don't have to fix any of it. So that worked out really well. So you carpet over them. Oh, that would, I mean, I would have had to do, that would still would have been tedious, but nowhere near as much. But I didn't have to do anything. They disappear after no planting for a few days. Yeah, I hadn't played for a few days. I went back thinking, okay, fine, I'm going to go do this. And I didn't have to. They're all part of the cult except Hazel. Shh! No spoilers. Spoiler, no spoiling. The trick to covering holes is use a bed to remove the holes. Leave it with the bed out to make sure the holes go. Pick up the bed. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I read somewhere that you could put furniture or whatever on top of things. You know who's single? Messenger Cameron. Yeah, no. I don't want them to all be part of the cult. No, you know who's not? Is that one dude who was like...
He's probably a wee bit jealous because I
oh, what was his name?
Consciousness Center all the time.
I feel like it starts with an F. Francis, yeah. Francis. He doesn't like... the rest of them in the cult, that's so sad. That was a guess. You haven't played this game. That's right. But he's probably a wee bit jealous because I ramble on about the consciousness. Yeah.
Francis, Cameron doesn't even play for our team. You don't have to be so catty about the league.
Play for our team.
And he gets mad because I said he was being catty.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of the cult in this town. The witch coven thing, I'm fine. But the cult, no. I forget what I'm like trying to accomplish here. I had powdered calcium. What did I do with it? Essence of copper. So I have to do more mining. How do I get the copper? Which coven seems helpful? The cult just seems controlling. Well, it's a cult, so you know. All right. Yeah, the copper I'm going the wrong way if I want to get the copper. I need a shovel or something. I don't have one, and I don't know how to get one. So I guess I just keep mining until I get the option to get a shovel. It said I needed something to dig the copper with or something. There's my little kitty friend. Hello, kitty.
Oh, such a good cat.
Oh. So cute. Here, I got cat fur. I'm gonna give you a fish. Want a fish?
Meow.
Yeah, she wants a fish.
You still liked that, didn't you, kitty?
Can we just name this cat already? Wait, what? Oh, it said pet. Like, the cat is my pet. But why not? Why haven't we named it? This is confusing to me. All right, whatever. We'll work on more relationship-y stuff tomorrow. Right now, I gotta go mine something. It's a Moroccan seasoning. We just got so much pork for $2 a pound, so I guess I'm making some kind of Ras El Hanout pork dish. Well, there you go. Sounds great. See, I need something.
I guess I'll need some kind of digging tool.
Okay, hold on. I can make a shovel, but I need a bunch of iron or something. I can't remember. The orange rocks are copper. I thought they were clay. The ones I got clay or sand or something out of them, didn't I? I don't know. I only did like 2. But I didn't get any copper out of those. I'm gonna go try one and see what happens. That's what I thought. I thought maybe these would be copper, but not in my first couple of tries. Yeah, just sand. So far. I don't know why the copper is just handily laying. I'm assuming that's copper. It might not even be. Like how it's just sort of like handily laying there in a pile for me. What in the world? Okay, wait. You said you haven't played this game, and yet you know all the things. How do you know all the things? Just watching other people?
I'm all out of strength.
Oh, right. That's a
Let's eat
thing.
some food to recover some strength. Or
Watching other people. Okay, I have teas and stuff. Let's do this revitalizing potion. This will give me all of the energy. I guess I'll get as much of this as I can. And then see what else I need to make a shovel. That and farm sims with mines. The copper is usually an orange rock. Yes, you're right. It usually is. Wait, can I just pick this up? Well, then I'm just going to pick that up. Saving my mine stuff for like the iron. So where's my Outlander Season 7 stars? Diana Gabaldon just said that they're still filming.
hey, this looks like a key to
Found the
next level.
keys. So I don't know. Somebody asked her the same thing. Like, when is it going to air? And she's like, I don't know. I just know that they're still filming. Stop it and release already. Well, it's like a supersized season or something, right? So they've got more to do because they weren't able to do as much last season because the COVID and crap, right? So now, and then Katrina being pregnant and all of that. So be patient. It'll be worth it, right? They're still saying early 2023, right? Yeah. It'll be worth it. Did you get Sam's new book? I haven't yet. I have so many books I'm reading. Like, I'm reading like 3 or 4 different books, like, right now. I can't. Can't be patient. Impossible. I understand. I am not good at being patient myself. Okay. Wait, there's a chest here? Oh, different keys. Oh, there's a chest. Where do I get keys for this? Are they things I have to dig up as well? Just pre-ordered Rabia Chowdhury. I don't know how to say her name. I'll get his later. Yeah, I'm going to get his. I just have so many books on the go and so many that I've ordered and so many that are on my Christmas list, and I just one thing at a time. So I'm listening to one on audiobook. I'm reading 2 ebooks, and I'm reading a 4th actual book. It's a lot. Listening to her new podcast and show has me questioning Scott Peterson's conviction and has me convinced that Chris Watts' girlfriend was also involved in him murdering his family. That wouldn't surprise me. Wait, she has you questioning Scott Peterson's conviction? Now that I don't know. I just got he's a fucking murderer vibes from him in a really strong way. So much I had no idea about. I just remember while I was actively giving birth to my first child, the Scott Peterson trial was on the TV. And of course, right, he's supposedly killed his pregnant wife, and I'm in there pregnant having a child. So he made me angry. The whole thing made me angry. But I was like channeling that into pushing out this enormous 9.5-pound child of mine. It worked, okay? It worked. I gotta go home already. Look how late it is. His court date, December 2nd. Did he get the death penalty? Was he sitting there on death row getting all kinds of good food and special treatment and TV and all that crap like this? I don't like the death penalty. And part of why I don't like it is they get better conditions than they do in general population. And I don't feel like people who are ultimately bad enough to be put to death should get better fucking jail conditions. Put them in there with the rest of them. That part was overturned. Okay. They left so much out at trial and they convicted him via media before he even ever went to court. Well, and the problem with the media, right? That's the thing. The problem with this stuff going public is it does make it challenging to get a fair trial because everybody's already heard your story and it's going to have some degree of bias. It's going to be hard not to have bias. He was resentenced. Okay. Well, good. I don't like the death penalty. I know everybody was so mad. You know, here's my controversial take here. Everybody was really mad that the Parkland killer guy, school shooter, didn't get the death penalty. So, like, it's an easy way out. You're not suffering if you're dead. You're dead. You're gone. Instead of this young man spending literally his entire life behind bars, restricted freedoms, he doesn't get to live a normal, full life. And he spends the entire duration of it behind bars. I feel like that is so much more appropriate than, here, you get 10, 15 years or whatever until you run out your appeals, and then you get put to death and your suffering is over. Him dying doesn't bring back anybody. Him being put to death, when they talk to people after a death sentence is, or, you know, even after conviction of their loved one's murderer, there's always this big letdown. They say, like, I was expecting to feel better. I don't feel better. It didn't change anything. There's a bit of closure, sure, but it didn't bring my loved one back. And I was expecting to feel like, yes, and I don't. So, yeah, I have a lot of issues with the death penalty. I feel like some people have done things that are just so hideous that I understand. I understand why we feel like they don't deserve to live. But I feel like that's an easy way out. No, good, he should rot. I feel like they should rot. I feel like that is so much more of a punishment. You think he should have a new trial, if nothing else? There's so much I didn't know about before that I'm fascinated to see how it would play out this time. Oh, that's going to bring back memories for me. And I just remember getting this vibe. Like, he just oozed something very unpleasant just looking at him. Now, it could have been because I was pregnant. And, you know, I had a lot of bias towards somebody who would kill their pregnant freaking wife. I found that maybe that's what was kind of overtaking me, was just this, you know, this bias. But I just remember, just even looking at him, just his face, just like, there was just something about him. I'm like, oh, he's not a good person. But I don't know. Like I said, that could have just been my hormones. The only time I would be for is if someone was still constantly reoffending in prison, and they can somewhat mitigate that with solitary. So here's another issue I have. The way we treat prisoners in our country versus the way they're treated in other countries. We are not afraid to treat people like they're less than human. And sure, you commit crimes, you should be punished. And we're also not good about accepting that, okay, you've done your time, you've paid your debt to society, your slate should be wiped clean. Now, I feel like, based on what I know, sex offenders in general don't tend to, you don't just stop being a sexual deviant by going to prison. If you're a serial killer, I don't feel like that's something that's particularly curable. But you did some armed robberies. You know, there's all kinds of crime that is not a pathological thing, you know? When the media spins it a certain way, even if someone is innocent, they become guilty, which is personally why I think the media shouldn't be allowed to cover court cases until it's already at court trial phase. I don't know how you make that happen, though. because freedom of the press, right? I don't know how you make that happen. Covering a criminal case until it's in the trial phase. You should listen to the podcast I did. It's so interesting. He's a cheating dick for sure. Yeah. Really question if he murdered her. Could Amanda Knox. The media ruined her life for so long. Well, and the Italian justice system left a lot to be desired as well, and that didn't help. Well, because she was a little weird. Same with the West Memphis 3. So, anyway, we're not good. I think what we need to do is we need to focus on reforming. My point was there are certain things that can't be reformed, right? There's certain things that you have a mental condition which may or may not be curable, and exceptions need to be made for that. And I feel like if you're a sex offender, and not like some 18-year-old or 17-year-old guy with his 15-year-old girlfriend, and suddenly he turns 18 and her parents are pissed and they ding him with statutory rape because he's 18 and she's 15, and suddenly, not that kind of sex offender. But, someone who's going to harm children, or someone who just repeatedly sexually assaults people. There's things that no amount of doing time is going to give you remorse, and they need mental health care. But for everybody else, run of the mill crimes, and even murder, because you watch enough of these crime shows, true crime kind of shows. Most of the murders, they didn't really mean to kill the person. They lashed out, they did something, they pushed, or they had this moment where, they overreacted. Maybe they shoved someone, maybe they, but they were trying to physically hurt them, but not necessarily kill them. There's a lot of them that were like, I wasn't trying to kill him. I didn't mean to kill him, but I did kill him. Those are just people who snapped. There are murderers that are like a serial killer. You're not going to fix that. They're going to stay a serial killer. They need to stay behind bars. But everybody else, why don't we try to improve their circumstances? And so many countries do this reform thing, and they don't treat them like animals when they're in jail. They have like a college dorm type setup for their cell. They're not stripped of all freedom and dignity just because they committed a crime. Maybe we can have a scale for these crimes. You don't get this fancy stuff. These crimes, we might treat you a little bit like an animal, but these are human beings. They fucked up. They made mistakes. They've hurt people. Yes, but they're still human beings, and we treat them with absolutely no dignity. And we've completely devalued them because they made bad choices. And yes, like you said, there's a lot of drug-related bad choices there. Yeah, rehabilitation and reform versus suffering. Well, we have this like vengeance thing. This whole eye for an eye thing. This is one thing I don't like about the death penalty. If it's so wrong to take someone else's life, it's not your choice whether someone lives or dies. And if you make that choice, then you go to jail. How is that different than the death penalty? We're just making a choice collectively, or 12 people are, or whatever, that guy should have. What's the fucking difference? Where's the line? Okay, well, you guys are now the author of someone's death. So does someone get to visit that on you? I don't feel like the death penalty. There are some crimes where I'm like Tsarnaev, I'd be fine if he died. Terrorists? But if we did away with the death penalty entirely, sure, lock them up, let them suffer for their whole lives. I'm good with that too. Well, our justice system is wrong so much. Yes. There's just so many reasons. There's so many reasons. But if the taking of someone else's life is so freaking bad, why is the penalty for that taking someone's life? Why do you forfeit your life because you made a mistake? You forfeit the entirety of your life. And some could be so bad that you forfeit the entirety of your life of freedom. But your life itself, I don't know. I get the inclination, but I feel like we need to be better than our first instinct, which is for vengeance. You're way too vengeance-y. All right, so many comments. Okay. Take a book out of other countries. Yes, rehab, drug-related. Oh, there's so many drug-related crimes. Unless you're trafficking in drugs, you shouldn't end up in jail because of drugs. If we can improve addiction rates, we can reduce murder, or we can reduce a lot of crime. Because let's face it, a lot of crime is committed to get money to buy drugs. Improving people's financial situations. It's the pedophiles and sociopaths that can't be reformed. Yeah, but most crimes aren't that. Exactly. We're on the same page there, twin. A lot of serial killers who were abused and mistreated all their life. Well, they ended up. There are some people that are just born psychotic. It just is what it is. I read this book, or some of a book, about a guy who's a psychotic, but he's a good psychotic. Like he doesn't murder. But he is a psychopath. Psychotic is not the right word. He is literally a psychopath. He knows he's a psychopath, but he doesn't do any of these serial killer, murdery sort of things. But he doesn't have empathy. He doesn't, like he's a full-on psychopath, but he doesn't have, he controls his behavior. He doesn't use it to harm others. I think he might even be a psychologist or a psychiatrist, which is so interesting. But, yeah, you are what you are, and you can be born that way. But then, yes, a lot of people end up going down the routes they do because of trauma from their childhood or in their life in general. Not all people with ASPD end up serial killers. Yeah, you can be you can be a flat out psychopath and not be a criminal. You're just, brain isn't wired the same as everybody else's, and you're not going to have feelings and emotions and love, and you're not going to experience any of this. And he said he's married, but the way him and his wife interact with each other and the whole love thing is very different. But I believe he has a wife, and he's fully open about the fact that he's technically a psychopath. It's very weird. It's very interesting. Make sure that death penalties that our justice system is wrong so much. Yes, too much. Most death penalty carryouts are on the wrong person because, and if there's any doubt at all, like there's been some lately where there's been some doubt and they're like, oh, well, we're just going to execute them anyway. What the fuck is wrong with us? If there's any chance that this isn't the right person, they should absolutely not be. Yeah. I don't like the death penalty. Oh, and I live in a state where life, the right to life, the sanctity of life. And we have the death penalty here, and Zardaev is sitting in a prison. And I think he's in Terre Haute, Indiana, where a lot of the terrorists go, where we kill a lot of the terrorists. And granted, that's not the same as, it's hard to equate that to an abortion, but you say you're pro-life, but give me all your federal death penalty people and we'll kill them all. We have the death penalty, but we like life. You can't have both. Pick one. There's narcissists on TikTok like that too. He knows he's one. He has been in therapy and will give people who are in relationships some narcissist advice and information to help them. It's wholesome. Okay, so narcissism is technically one of those things that's fixable. It's just so fucking unlikely because what narcissist is going to look at themselves and say, am I the problem? Is some of this my fault? My doing? Could I be responsible for some of the bad things that are happening to me? That's very not narcissistic to have that sort of introspection. So that's very unusual to see a narcissist kind of overcome that. Because you have to admit that you're the problem, and that's very not narcissistic in nature to do. I could be doing something wrong. What?
Grandma, how did you find out you were a witch?
Well, good for him. That's so rare.
Vivian was in the coven, of course. She used to have all these boarders come and go from a house she owned in town.
Not pro-life. They just want to force people to give birth so they can have Caucasian babies to adopt. Well, right. The what was it? The supply of infants? What was the wording on that? That was horrifying. It was so horrifying. Ideally, we don't have a supply of infants. Every infant should have a fucking home. Oh my God. I don't want to go off on this because there's just so much. There's just so much to be said. the foster care system. Yeah, the idea that, oh, adoption's the answer. Not in this country, because they're going to go into foster care or they're going to go to... So we either exploit... There's this whole privilege thing, right? If you're rich enough, you can just get any baby. You can just get yourself a baby, right? You've got enough money, you can kind of... You can overcome some obstacles a little bit easier that the average family cannot afford to do. So then that's a problem where the infants go to the rich people versus just anybody. And then the other problem is, the people, if they go into the system, yes, an infant is a lot more likely to be adopted than a toddler or older. But still, I think dude ended up getting help for it because someone he actually respected and believed told him his thoughts and actions weren't normal, and he actually in a place to receive it, which is rare. Yeah, that is so rare. Well, the problem with foster homes is that you get money, right? And you should get money to help you take care of these children, because theoretically what you're doing is a great thing, but you might need extra financial resources to be able to do it. But that's also the very reason a lot of people do foster. And odds are, the older the child is, the more challenging that situation is going to be, the more trauma that we'll have experienced, and the more issues you're going to have to deal with, the more trauma you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have a traumatized child who's not going to be trusting. It's going to be more challenging, and not everybody's cut out to deal with that. So yeah, it's a completely exploitable, abusable system. But unfortunately, the ones who suffer are the children who we're supposed to be helping, right? There's a new adoption app that lets people basically shop for babies, and it makes me so angry. Oh, that's awful. Okay, now as somebody who was adopted, now the system is different in Canada. My parents went through the government thing. I think it was a bit of a process. I think it took a while. I don't know that I've ever asked about the finance part of it, how much fees and stuff were. But in my case, it was really kind of fucked up because the social worker that was working my case was my biological uncle, which should never have been allowed. So, no, he was okay, this is confusing. Okay, so I have a lot of half siblings. And my biological mother put me up for adoption after my biological father died. And, okay, no, it's not it was my biological, I have one full sibling and everybody else is half siblings. So my full sibling, who was like 11 months younger than me, we were both put into foster care. And we were unfortunately adopted separately. We were not adopted together. But he was placed in a home, the home of the adoption agents, the social worker, in the home of the social worker's brother. So my biological sibling was adopted by his social worker's brother. And then later, when we were trying to get my records, my adoption stuff, there was sort of a cover-up thing happening. This is like a really small town. It's not a big thing. But there was sort of a cover-up happening. And they were acting like they couldn't find my records or they didn't have it. And as it all turned out that, yeah, this guy who ended up being my brother's like legal uncle now had the stuff. And my sister interviewed with somebody, my biological sister interviewed with somebody from the newspaper. And this newspaper article came out and about how she was looking for family from this area. And they kind of knew where my biological parent or my adoptive parents lived and where I moved after I was adopted. She was just trying to find me. And the newspaper article coming out seemed to suddenly, the social worker that knew where I was all along when my sister had been looking for me, for months and months. She sends me an email like, oh, your so-and-so wants to connect with you or whatever. But by then, I had already received an email from my sister. The newspaper article had connected her with somebody who, I think she called, I don't know. I don't remember all the details. There was a lot of crap that went on, but there's some shady shit. I have these records that I'm able to access. They're not public, but if my adopted family member or my biological family member and me both agree, we sign up for this registry where we want to connect, and we both sign up, and then they release the information, and then we go from there. But they weren't releasing my information. They were really dragging their feet about connecting me. And I think it's because there was something weird that happened, some strings that got pulled or something. So my, 1-year-old brother got adopted real quick. And my parents had said they wanted to adopt any siblings that I had, any biological siblings, to keep us together. And that didn't happen. And I think it didn't happen because somebody pulled some strings and got his family a baby. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what the private adoption situation is in Canada. There have been foster kids who were supposed to age out but weren't allowed to because there's all these requirements like having steady income, having money up front, etc. Why do you have that? It's like I get why they don't want to age these kids out, but if they can't survive on their own, at the same time, that's so fun. Yeah. They're making it so that it's impossible to do. They're you fail before you start.
They were visiting witches.
Yeah, my whole finding my biological family and the story that it's like a Jerry Springer episode. It's absolutely you can't write. You can't make this shit up. It's crazier than any fictional story. But just all I can say is that I'm glad I was adopted and got out of the family drama and trauma, because holy crap, what a mess. Very lucky to have grown up separate from that, because my siblings that did not get away from it are all fucked up. They're all fucked up from it, which of course, it makes sense. You've got a woman who abandoned every child she ever had. Right. So my birth mother had my sister with a different man. 11 months later, she got pregnant with me. She moved in with the dad of me, with my biological father, who happened to have a wife and 2 other kids. And while he had a wife and 2 other kids, and he had his nanny/housekeeper, my bio mom, move in with him, he also had a girlfriend who he had a child with. So he had a wife and a mistress and a girlfriend, all at the same time. And children with all of them, or like a baby to be with the one and then children with the others. And my first name is a derivative of his last name. And after she had me, she almost immediately got pregnant again with my brother, also my bio dad's kid. And so she had 2 kids while living in this house with this man and his wife. This man had so many kids. And then after he died, he got in a car accident and he died. We were put up for adoption. We were both injured and we were in the hospital for a bit, and then we went to foster care after that. So she just was like, I can't afford to do this on my own, and I'm not living with this woman anymore. The wife in that scenario went and lived with some family members. She had a rare form of MS, and she needed a lot of care. So yeah, that's even worse that he was doing this when his wife was disabled and unwell. And then so she went on to have kids with another man, two more kids. So she'd already had 3. She went on and had 2 more kids with another man. And then abandoned them, left him with the kids, and then went and found another relationship. But he was abusive. And she got pregnant again, and he abused her, and she ended up miscarrying, which was probably a blessing for everyone involved. He was a mess. She was the mess. Anyway. That's just her part of it. His part of it is even more. Yeah. So while I was raised away from my parents and looking at the kids they did raise, I'm glad I wasn't raised by them too. Yeah. Yeah. It was a veritable cheat. Oh my God. So his first wife, I've gotten in touch with. So I have 2 older siblings and everybody else is younger than me. But the 2 older ones are quite a bit older than me. So he married this one woman, had a kid with her. I don't know if he cheated on her or just ended up leaving. I'm not quite sure exactly how that happened, and didn't really ask. But she said he could charm the birds out of the trees. I'm like, what was it about this man? Because he doesn't sound like a great guy. So, like, how did he get all these women? And she said he could just charm the birds right out of the trees. That was the word she used. She said that my sense of humor is his sense of humor. I'm like, great, I'm just like my dad. But what he was a really good dad. He wasn't a good spouse or husband or boyfriend. Well, spouse and husband, same thing. Or a boyfriend, but apparently he was a really good dad. He actually died on his way to go visit his daughter with his girlfriend. So him and his girlfriend, their daughter. So he was taking me and my birth mom and my brother home, and he was dropping us off, and then he was going to go spend. It was his birthday and her birthday within a couple of days of each other, and I guess he went and saw her a lot and spent a lot of time with her and visited her. Not just to see her mom, but also her. I've talked to her, and she's got a lot of memories of him, and I guess he was as good of a dad as he could be for someone who wasn't living with them. But he, I guess he was a good dad. It's just he wasn't a great anything else. They had an open marriage. That is a massive issue. Oh, they did not have an open marriage. She was not well. And yeah, he moved this woman in as his nanny / housekeeper. So she was taking care of this woman while she was carrying her husband's child. And then my brother was named after his first name was my birth dad's middle name. So my name was a variation of his last name. And her name, or his name, was, so if I don't know, big red flags. If my nanny starts naming their babies after my husband, big red flags. But yeah, this woman wasn't well. I don't know how much she was aware of, and I don't know how unwell she was. Like, I don't know the specifics, but she needed a caretaker, and she was sort of, yeah. The whole situation was definitely taken advantage of. And I think he used the daughter with the girlfriend as an excuse to go to that girlfriend's house. But apparently they were carrying on a relationship right up until he died too. So, but he used, I'm going to go visit my kid, right? And so who's going to object to that? But he was still with the mom too. So yeah, holy crap, right? Holy crap. It sounds so far-fetched, right? And then this was in the 70s. Late 70s. That's controversial for now, but back then, holy crap, right? Anyway, I'm very glad to have grown up removed from all of that. I feel very lucky.
Although I think a few may have just been coming to see Aunt Viv, now that I think of it.
Oh. Adults. People, we make some very questionable decisions, don't we? Did I forget to plant stuff? I think I did. Why women always assume ill of them. Well, you know, I know some really shady, gross women, too. They do. But this particular man was... He was something else. Yeah, his first wife seemed to be the only one who was like just not gonna put up with his nonsense. All the other women seemed to just either tolerate it, not know about it, or pretend they didn't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know why any of them were okay with it, but if they knew. I mean, the girlfriend had to know. And obviously my birth mother knew he was married, right? What? Oh, it's back there. Okay. So, yeah, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that situation. Now, granted, my birth mother was very young. And she went right from her parents' house to this situation. And then, like, she didn't know how to be on her own. I don't know how old she was when she had me, but somewhere between 18 and 20. She was young. She was not experienced in the real world. Like I said, she moved right from her parents' house to this boyfriend's house, whatever you want to call him. I don't know exactly what she did after that. She couldn't take care of us. She lost her job, right? She lost her home. She lost her job when he died. So I don't really know what she did after that, but I guess she figured it out. Same time, men don't have to be afraid to go out alone after dark. Generally not, no. Yeah, that constant fear, right? That constant hyper awareness that we need to have. What was I going to do? I was going to go check with her. She's not open. I wanted to go see how I build a shovel. But she's not there. Can I just ask you about shovels, please?
Angus, even if he gives me
Yeah, we're just kind of used to, like, you know, girls don't walk alone. When you go to a club together, to a bar together with your friend, you don't go home without your friend. Like, just basic safety things that we've learned. These are things that men don't generally have to think about, right? It's that privilege thing. As a white person, I have all kinds of things that I don't have to think about that other people do, that are not part of my daily existence. But as a woman, yeah, we've got some of those things that don't even occur to men. And what that constant sort of stress thing what that does to you. How exhausting that can be. How frustrating that can be. Imagine being a queer woman of color. I mean, it's just the being a woman apart is a lot.
It's supposed to appease the house elves.
Being an openly or apparently queer individual, plus a woman. That's, and then you add color to that. You're black or any not white. Any not white. Even just partially white. Yeah. People suck. I think that what we've learned today from this whole conversation is that people are the freaking worst. They're just the worst. Messenger Cameron says that the first step in climbing the mountain of consciousness is leaving behind old beliefs that no longer serve you. Look, there's nothing wrong with that. If your motivation is right, but when your motivation is this cult, that makes me uncomfortable. Being both disabled and female. Oh, and disabled. Oh, I didn't even do the disabled thing. You're right. Getting medical care is pain because doctors gaslight and condescend. Oh, well, they do that with women in general, right? Condescend the crap out of disabled people and women separately, both together sucks. Yes. Why is that? We have such a hard time sometimes getting a doctor to trust that we're not just... It's that whole hysterical thing, right? And when it's something like pain that you can't measure or quantify scientifically, right? It's not taken seriously. Or you're just tired. Like there's... They had a Golden Girls episode about this where Dorothy was like I don't remember what she ended up having, but it was a really good episode because she went to doctor after doctor. Nobody listened to her. They all ignored her. And then she finally had someone that listened. And she was able to get the help she needed. Like, but how hard it was. And this was in the 80s, right? Hasn't improved, apparently. It reminds me of a post I saw recently where a guy was talking about how he'd been attacked in a parking lot. And after that, he was always on high alert that it would happen again. And when he tried to ask his male friends for advice on how to protect himself, they gave him nothing. And some even mocked him. They can't relate. But his female friends all gave him excellent strategies to help him be aware and fight back if he needed to. It was a great commentary on the things women have to worry about that men don't normally even consider. Yeah. Right. Going to men for that would not be... They'd be like, whatever, dude. Yeah, they would make fun of you. They would. I can totally see that. I can totally see them making fun of him for that. Yeah. So I used to work, I used to live in Winnipeg, and I used to work downtown. And downtown Winnipeg was not, I don't know if it's any different now, but it was not, it was crimey. It was not a safe place. Daytime was fine. Nighttime, not so much. And we used to have security walk us to the bus stop or the parking lot because they didn't want, like when your company is like, no, you're not allowed to go out there without security. You know, and I had just turned 18, was living on my own. Might have been. Yeah, I think I was somewhere between 18 and 19. And just the idea that I can't be out here by myself. It was a lot for this sheltered little girl from the country. Did not grow up anywhere like that. I grew up in the middle of nowhere in this small little town where you could all leave your houses unlocked and everybody knew everybody. And it was just one of those everybody takes care of each other type things. And it was quite eye-opening. Speaking of Golden Girls, I'm rewatching it right now. 758th binge. Look. One of the things I don't like about Hulu is that it does not come with Hallmark. Friendly TV has Hallmark in it. And it used to be like $5 or $6 a month. Now I think it's $7 or $8. Everything's gone up. I just got to notice that my Hulu's going up too. God damn it, everything's so fucking expensive. But if you have a Fire TV, Fire Stick, Fire app, the Friendly app, you can get on there and then you can watch. So I put that on and I watch my Golden Girls sometimes at night when I don't know what to watch and I need some pre-sleeping TV. It's the Golden Girls. So, I think I've seen every episode. I've never just sat down and watched them all in order, but I think I've been watching it so much over the years that I'm pretty sure I've seen every episode. Multiple times, of course, but... So our Samsung TV does not have the Friendly app. So I have it on my phone and I stream it to my TV if I'm watching on. So if I'm trying to watch a Christmas movie or something on Hallmark and I want to watch it in the living room on the only TV that doesn't have some sort of Amazon Fire device. Yeah. So it's not ideal, but it does the job. Just gotta watch my Golden Girls. And the Christmas movie, the Hallmark Christmas movies. I just have them on like 24/7. If I'm gonna go have a nap, I put a Hallmark Christmas movie on. I don't care if I miss it, but it's cozy and they're ridiculous, the Hallmark Christmas movies. They're ridiculous. But they're all so cheesy and formulaic, but they're cozy. And they're on 24/7. Well, they used to be when I had actual Hallmark because they were just on the TV in the living room and was Christmassy. Everything was Christmassy all the time, right? So it just added to my vibe. It's harder to do that now. But I found a workaround. And then Peacock now has some Hallmark stuff. Oh, The Good Witch. I love that show. I have not watched the last season yet. I don't know what happened. I got busy doing other stuff and I never watched it. So I'm kind of doing a slow rewatch. The other day while I was taking my dried lavender and removing the buds and stuff from all of the stems, I sat there and I watched The Good Witch while I was doing that. And I'm on the last or second last episode of the first season. And I'd forgotten a lot of the stuff. But I love The Good Witch and all the movies. I've watched all the movies, The Good Witch movies. Love them. Love them. I just want to be Cassie Nightingale. Don't you just want to be Cassie Nightingale? I just want to be Cassie Nightingale. We're still at the stage where we're hating Abigail. I'm glad that changes, but I forgot how much I didn't like her at first. Really did not like her. Her predicting who's at the door, calling before the phone rings, or the person, yeah, or someone walks up behind her and she just knows who it is, yeah. Yeah, she's got good intuition. I love how you never see her doing magic. But, you know she's magic. You just never see it. I like that. It's not overt, but it's there. Anyway, we're not doing very good at playing the game today, are we? I'm still not used to seeing the Desperate Housewives guy. So I watched that before I watched it. I haven't finished all of Desperate Housewives, but I watched that before I watched Desperate Housewives. So to me, he's Sam. And he was in something we watched the other day, too, and he was quite young. Not the other day, well, I don't know when. Something we watched recently that he was in, something old. I was like, oh my God, how young he is there. To me, he's Sam. Sam Radford. That's who he is to me. That's how I knew him first and best, and now everything else is... It's funny how that happens, right? We see someone in a show or a movie, and then that's who they are, and then it doesn't matter what else we've seen them in. They're still that character. Yeah. Definitely watched Desperate Housewives first forever ago, and now he just looks old to me. Wasn't that funny? I get some shells. I need to make calcium. I was watching that in the first year of the COVID when the kids went to school. And I was like, I'm not putting them on the bus. I'm not putting them on the COVID wagon. They've got to be in school. They're not going to sit on a bus with a bunch of, in close contact with a bunch of other kids who are going to wear their masks improperly and what have you. And so I drove them to school. That meant sitting in the car line at pickup for frickin' ever. So I would just watch Desperate Housewives while I was waiting. And then at my son's dance classes, I couldn't go in. The parents weren't allowed in the studio. So it was far enough away that it didn't make any sense for me to go pick him up or like to go drop him off and then leave and then come back to pick him up. So I would just sit out, parked on the street, watching my Desperate Housewives. And I never finished it. So I've got to get back into that again. It's annoying me how little they have talked about Grace since she left. Like they're so close, and then she goes to college or whatever, and they can't even start an episode with her hanging up the phone with Grace or mention what she's... Yeah, there wasn't... Yeah, there should have been more. She comes up on occasion, but it's not as much as it seems like it could be to make it seem like Grace is still a thing. Yeah. And Nick, too, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm working on here. The thing I wanted to do today, I can't, and so now I'm feeling like I've got nothing to do. I think I just have to make a shovel. I forget how to make a shovel, and I need that lady's shop to be open to tell me how to make the shovel. I feel like I'll be talking to you about my kids still a lot when they move out. I hope so. Neither of my kids are particularly communicative. So I don't expect them to call me just on their own, But I think texting will be a thing. Like my one kid, I think he will probably always send me pictures of cats. Videos and whatever, cat-related stuff and just memes and whatever. My youngest will probably always do that. My eldest... even texting with him is as brief as possible, right? Like he uses as little words as possible, but I'll try. I don't see there being a lot of calling. I might make them FaceTime from time to time so I can see their face and actually hear their voice, but yeah. I mean, I'm not good about calling my own parents and, so I worked at the phone company for a long time. And then I started hating talking on the phone after that. I used to just be able to talk on the phone forever. And I hate it now. I hate talking on the phone. It's ruined me.
Natalia said you fixed up that.
And I'm one of those people that like starts to text you back, and then I get distracted, and then I forget, and I think I did it, and then I don't, and I check 2 days later, I'm like, shit, I thought I responded. I just did this the other day with my kid's dad. I was like, oh, yeah, I thought I responded to that, and it turns out I did not. I was wondering why you weren't answering back. He knows. He does the same thing though, but he knows. He'll just bring it up again if it's something important that we have to talk about. He'll bring it up again because he knows. I probably started to respond. Sometimes I'll have the whole thing typed out, and then I just won't hit send for whatever reason. And then I go back and I'm like, it helps if you send. So I will either respond immediately or a week and a half later, or sometimes not at all, but not on purpose. I'm just bad like that. Said you fixed up that broken mine entrance. You're a real whisk taker. Oh, really? That was the conversation we were meant to have? I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll just, like, go end my day. I can clear these now. Oh, right. I just can't. No, I can't. I don't have the tools to do any of these things. I want to clear out this space, but I can't. Need to upgrade all the things. Oh, here's a little one. Yeah, this whole stage of parenting where you make less of the decisions for them. They make more of the decisions for themselves. That takes some adjusting to. And then now I've got this technically adult kid who's like a senior in high school, right? He's technically an adult. And so like parental controls on things and curfews and, you know, it becomes a bit fuzzy. Because, like, you're still a kid in high school, but you're also an adult. Like, finding that balance of the letting go, of giving them their independence and autonomy, but also still, you know,
strength. I could eat some food.
You still gotta parent them. You still gotta guide them. Sometimes you have to decide for them. It's tricksy. It is tricksy business, and it's the fact that you're having to do it is an emotional business. This is yeah, I don't know how you prep for this time of life. And my kids aren't like, they've been pretty easy as teenagers, so we're not having that struggle where you're sort of ready for them to go. You see that a lot you start to have this dynamic where you're both ready for them to go. And I haven't had that. I'm not ready. I'm just not. All right, Grandma, should we chat? Do we have anything to chat about today?
Well, did Grandpa or Dad ever suspect you were a witch, Grandma?
Well, there was that one time a potion went awry. Oh, stank up my sanctum something terrible. Luckily, Robert was out in the shed at the time and didn't hear the blast it made.
How do they not know? How do they not know you're a witch? I'm out of water. This watering can doesn't hold water worth a damn, I have to say. A good Scottish name for my plaid duck. Angus. Rupert and Angus. I loved Rupert and Angus. They were my favorite. I like Murtaugh, too, as a name. Couldn't sound more Scottish if it tried, right? It is a good name. Which one? Angus or Murtaugh? It's just a good one. Murtaugh. It is. I like that name. I don't think I'd name my child that, but if I'm looking for a Scottish name, and it's a male name, masculine name, that's what I would go for.
Oh, look at the head scratches.
Look at the head scratches. Look at the baby. What do I do with this cat fur? I'm confused. I need to maybe go fishing some more so I can keep giving my cat treats every day. Until she loves me enough to let me name her, or she tells me what her name is, whatever the case may be. We're still not there yet. Come on. All right, let's go find out what we need. Oh. My speedy spell ran out. Damn it. Okay. I want to buy a shovel. I need 20 ingots? Oh, Lord. So I have a lot more. How many can I make here? Oh. Well, okay. How many do I have now? I have 10, so I'm halfway there. So I just go do some more mining, and then I can make a shovel. Okay, here we go. Got a plan for the day. However, I feel like I want to make this spell here to speed me up again, because now that it's worn off, I'm struggling. Here. I need paper and ink, so I need to go fishing to get ink. And I can't be bothered to do that right now, so I guess we're just gonna have to walk slow. Where am I going? This way. How did you end up over here again? Fast kitty. My cats teleport. And they do it like, they act like they're twins. You know how twins just fuck with you? Their identity. Like if they're identical, they're like, they'll prank you with it at some point, right? Well, my cats, they're not twins by any means, but they act like they are. And so one of them will be sleeping on the chair next to you or whatever. And then, you know, you're watching your TV show or you're reading your book or whatever you're doing. And then you look up and you look over and it's the other cat. Excuse me, sir, you were a different cat like 5 minutes ago. How are you this cat now? And then sometimes one will be laying over in one place and one will be somewhere else. And then you look up 10 minutes later and they've completely swapped. I swear they do it on purpose and I swear they do it via teleportation. I don't know if I like it or if it bothers me. I'm not sure, but cats. Mine are pranksters. Oh! I got some copper out of a regular rock. I got copper. So are those things not piles of copper? So is it because I'm at a higher level of the mine? Is that what this is about? So what are those piles of? Are they not copper then? I'm so curious. But I need all the iron first. All of it. So Twinderella, I've been doing this thing where I go on a walk every day. And it's just a short walk. Part of it was to like help me recover from my COVID old lady syndrome, where I had like no energy. I had this fatigue situation.
Oh, I could eat some food.
And I didn't used to be able to do the walk without like absolutely dying and eating a nap and a day of recovery. I'm not exaggerating, but now I usually go twice a day, and now I can go like my fast exercisey speed. But I've realized that if I have to go on a half-hour fast exercisey walk, I won't go because I'm lazy and it sounds like a lot of work and it's tiring. So now I go 15 minutes. I do my one little loop. It takes me between 10 and 15 minutes. Well, between 12 and 15 minutes, depending on how fast I'm walking. The other day, I walked too fast twice in that day, and my legs hurt that night. I had to take like painkillers, not like painkillers, but I had to take like naproxen or whatever, because they were really sore. I'm like, I guess I overdid it today. I walked too fast, but it was threatening to rain both times I walked, so I was like in a hurry to get done before the rain came. I had regrets. I did not sleep well that night. My legs were sore. But anyway, the 15 minutes walking fast, totally doable.
Like a key to the next level.
It totally does not psych me out. I don't feel like it's too much. And I do it literally every day. At least once. I try to do twice, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate or my schedule doesn't cooperate or whatever. I don't get the second one in sometimes. And it's working. And I've lost a couple of pounds and I haven't even been trying. You ordered new shoes because of me, so you can walk too. You have 3 pairs through the try before you buy thing at Amazon, so I can find a right size. Oh, that's right. I didn't even think about that. That's a thing too. Well, there you go. But 15 minutes. Totally manageable. And I usually stop walking once the weather gets crappy because I don't like to be outside. I don't like to be cold. I'm not going to walk if it's slippery because I don't want to hurt myself. I'm old. The last thing I need is to break a damn hip, right? So I'm not going to walk if it's the sidewalks aren't good or some of the road isn't good. But I put on a podcast or I listen to my audiobook and off I go. And it's been great and I love it. And I look forward to it now. I look forward to my walk, which I never did before. So when Meister Wobbles, Mr. CozyKlutzy, I don't know what to call him anymore. When Dude and I would go on our walks, it'd be half an hour, which I thought was manageable, but it got to the point where it wasn't anymore. It's like it was too much. And I didn't want to go. And I'd be like, oh, fine, make myself go. And now I look forward to it. I feel better after I've had my walk. Sometimes before I'll go nap, I'll go walk first just to see if that can kind of get me out of my little funk, my little I'm feeling tired spell. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I come in, I'm like, okay, I'm still going to go nap. But I had my walk first. And I've been loving it. And that was so unexpected. Such an unexpected surprise. I usually try to do it in the morning. I usually wait until it's over 50 degrees. But I know that the weather is going to change. So I bought myself a hat. It looks like a baseball cap, sort of. But it's meant for like runners. But it's made out of like fleecy material. And then it's got these side flaps that kind of come down. But they're not like the big flap ear. It's very streamlined. I can put my ponytail through the back. So I have a hat I can wear. I can, without looking ridiculous. I've got gloves. I might need a new jacket. I have to see. I haven't bought a new winter jacket in a very long time because I try not to go outside. There's been some years I've hardly gone outside at all. It's too early to go to bed, isn't it? Let me see if I can make any tea or anything. Make a couple of those. But, so I'm preparing myself to walk, even though it might be chilly. Just to see how long I can keep it up. Because I feel like I'm really going to miss it when I can't anymore. I need more mandrake, damn it. When I can't anymore because of the weather, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, it's an important part of my day now. And I don't know what I'm going to do on days where I can't do it. I've lucked out with the rainy days so far, where there was a break in the rain long enough for me to walk. That may not always be the case, right? What am I going to do? How has it been there so far this year? We've had a warm year. We've had fall, like a proper fall. I need to stop and talk about this. We never do. We are really hot, and then we have a nice little, what they used to call Indian summer. Or, we'd have a bit of a fall, and then we'd have an Indian summer, or whatever they want to call it, where it's like, I don't know why they call it that. Anyway, where we get summery again. And then it would just go immediately into cool, like cold, rainy, crappy, gray. Well, and our falls are usually very gray and rainy. We haven't had a lot of rain this fall. We had a couple of days there where it was really nice rain. It wasn't stormy. We don't usually get rain without a thunderstorm here. It usually is a storm. And we've had 3 or 4 days of rain in the last, I don't know, 10 days to 2 weeks. And it's been just rain. So it's nice. It's nice sounding. It's peaceful. I hate thunderstorms. We don't get that here. It's been a proper fall. It's been in the 60s. A couple days were cooler, 50s. A few days here and there in the 50s. A few days in the 70s. It warmed up a couple times. We've had some freezing overnight, but it's basically just been nice, mostly sunny fall. Some days have felt warm. Some days have felt kind of that cold fall thing. But I don't remember this long of a fall season here in Indiana. We just don't get it. We get a little bit, it's acting like it's going to be fall, then it gets hot again, and then it goes, and then it just gets into cold. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Theoretically, we had snow overnight one night, but it didn't stick, and nobody was awake to see it in my house. We don't know if it actually happened or not, so I'm in denial that it happened, but it was pretty early in October to be getting snow, but nothing yet. We had a warm year with no snow until like mid-December last year. Yeah, sometimes we don't get snow until after Christmas, early January. This last week this year, we've had lots of wet and snow already. Oh no, although nothing is sticking yet. I'm hoping we have real winter this year. It was really weirdly warm and disappointing last year. But same here, it's been great. I need the cold to properly cuddle in blankets and eat all the soups and drink warm drinks and wear flannels. I'm going to make so many warm, comforting Burberry meals this year. So I've been doing, now granted it's canned soup, but I've been on a soup kick myself lately because there's something just so cozy about soup. And then if you make like a can of soup for lunch, it's pretty low calorie too. So it feels indulgent, but it's really not. And so, yeah, I've been having, been on a little bit of a soup for lunch kick. And sometimes, if I plan it right, I go on my walk and then I come back and I have my soup to kind of warm up if it's been chilly. And other times I'll get tea going while I'm gone. We have this, you've heard me talk about my tea maker. It makes the tea for you, the whole process. It does the boiling the water, steeps the tea, everything. So I'll get that going while I'm on my walk and I come back and I've got a nice warm cup of tea waiting. It's just, I love it. I love it. It's been feeling so incredibly just cozy, and I love having a fall like this. It's so in Canada we had all 4 seasons, but the biggest season was winter. The rest of the 3 seasons were kind of squeezed into half the year, and then the other half of the year was winter. But we had fall, and we had spring, and I kind of missed that. We had a decent spring this year, too. It's been weird. We don't usually have 4 proper seasons here. We have a little bit of spring, a little bit of fall, a whole lot of summer, and a whole lot of half-ass winter. Our winter is pretty wimpy here, but it's not fall and it's not spring. It's just some gross in-between thing. So we're supposed to get lots of snow and it's supposed to be cold this year, but they keep saying that every year and it hasn't been, so we'll see. I don't know what the hell my hair is doing. It's weird. I need to stop looking at it. When there's a picture of you in front of you, like a camera, like it's hard not to look at. It's hard. It's hard not to look at. You love canned soup. I always dress it up, but I love me some canned soup. I haven't been dressing mine up. It's just nice and simple, but you can. So my cream of mushroom has been my favorite. The only thing I put in that is some pepper. It's good the way it is. I had some for lunch yesterday. And then I remember having bean and bacon soup when I was a kid and liking that. And so I bought some. And I think it was the first time my husband has tried it, and he didn't seem too excited about it. He didn't hate it, but he didn't seem too excited about it. And it wasn't what I remember. It's okay. This is something different. And then, so yeah, we're getting the ones where it's like the condensed soup where you have to add water or milk. Never add water to a cream soup, though. It's just not the same. It's just not good. And you have to add the milk slowly, a little at a time, otherwise it gets lumpy. And who wants that? Who wants that? So then I got, my mom used to make us cream of celery soup. And she would make spaghetti, like noodles, pasta noodles, and put it in with the cream of celery soup. And I don't know where that came from, why that was a thing. But I had that association made in my brain that cream of celery soup with pasta noodles. Spaghetti specifically, but it could be any kind of pasta. But yeah, it's a thing. It's one of my childhood comfort, nostalgia memories. Which is just, of course, happy making when you're an adult. Except like the McRib sandwich. I used to like the McRib. And I thought that as an adult, it would be a nostalgic, happy thing. It was not. It was horrifying. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I ever liked this. Were they always this bad? Or is my taste just that abysmal when I was a child? I don't know what the scenario is. And I'm having these McRibs in the United States versus in Canada. So I don't know if it's a country thing. The burgers, McDonald's burgers in Canada are better. No, I'm wrong about that. The American ones are better because they don't cook them as long. In Canada, they can't serve you burger that isn't well done. And so they fucking overdo it. So the burgers are a bit dry and crumbly, but the French fries were better in Canada, and the ketchup is better in Canada. I don't know what that's about either. But the burgers are juicier here, but I don't get a burger usually when I'm getting McDonald's. I get McDonald's for the fries. Oh, I was going out to get moonflower stuff. Ketchup is gross everywhere. So I prefer mayo with my fries. And if I'm having chicken nuggets, I have, oh, child, you look sad. I have honey mustard, my chicken nuggets. So I have...
Watch out for the twins. You're new, and the last person who was new was Cameron.
Oh, I don't like Cameron. So I use honey mustard for my fries if I have chicken nuggets, but otherwise I use mayonnaise. Mayo is worse? Honey mustard is terrible? These are wonderful things. I don't know what you're talking about.
The center doesn't have the stained glass windows left over from the old church anymore, and that reason may have involved homemade slingshots.
Oh no! Rotten children. Yeah, mayo with fries. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing. I know some people in the UK do it as well. It definitely seems to be less of an American thing. I don't know. I might be making that up, but I passed it on to my youngest child. He loves mayo with his fries. Oh, look at all the moonflowers for me. Yes, baby. But I also need some mugwort. No. What was it? Mandrake. I need mandrake. Yeah. Look. McDonald's. Let's face it. McDonald's in and of itself. This is terrible. Low quality food. Okay? Let's not pretend that it's good. So part of the experience is I don't know. I'm a honey mustard person though. I like honey mustard salad dressing. I like it. Oh, this is mandrake. I will use ketchup if I have to. But my McDonald's fries, yeah. I used to have them with barbecue sauce when I was a teenager. That was good too. My husband uses barbecue sauce with his. So Wendy's has the best nuggets. Yes, but their fries are terrible. Nobody's fries are as good as McDonald's. And I like their spicy. No, is it the Burger King spicy chicken sandwich? Or is it Wendy's? Anybody's spicy chicken sandwich I like. But the fries are always a fucking letdown everywhere but McDonald's. I can do sweet and sour and barbecue sauce, but not McDonald's barbecue. It tastes too ketchupy. I haven't had McDonald's barbecue in ages. I can only do mustard if it's spicy and only on hot dogs. Just not a fan of mustard flavor. I will put mustard on a ham sandwich just because the ham and the mayo and the bread, it's all too, or turkey. No, not ham so much, turkey. Ham has a little more flavor. I need mustard on a turkey sandwich because otherwise it doesn't have any flavor to me. Otherwise.
Should I go to bed?
I'm not a big mustard fan. So like on my hot dogs, if I eat a hot dog, it's going to have ketchup and it's going to have cheese. I will take like a slice of cheese and fold it in half. Put half on one hot dog, half on the other. And it can be Colby Jack. It can be any kind of orangey cheese, but I don't know where I learned that. And if you want it to be even better, you put some chips on it, like salt and vinegar chips or something. Yeah, baby. Jack in the Box curly fries are the best. Okay, curly fries are on a whole different plate. They're a different food item. We're not comparing regular fries to curly fries because curly fries are amazing. If I'm looking for just a French fry, it's McDonald's. We don't have any Jack in the Boxes near us. We have them around. They're just not all that close or convenient, so we don't go there. Otherwise, we would more because we like them. We like Jack in the Box, but it's a little too out of the way. You had mustard on sandwiches as a kid, and I liked ketchup as a kid, but I don't like them anymore. Never liked mayo, though. Oh, I love mayo. I like Arby's curly fries. I like Jack in the Box curly fries. I like curly fries. But sometimes I just want regular French fries. Now okay, and then the Canadian in me likes me some poutine, which is fries and gravy. And it's supposed to be melted cheese curds, but it's hard to find here particularly. They're always out of the cheese curds at the store, which is annoying. So I'll just put shredded mozzarella on there, but it really should be cheese curds. Or Gruyere melts really well and is really yummy on there as well, but it's a little fancier. It's easier just to get shredded mozzarella, but it's not really the proper way to do it. But fries and gravy and melted cheese, holy crap. It's heaven in a bowl. It's my favorite. But I think that might just be because I'm Canadian. I like poutine. I miss poutine. So I went to a concert here, and they had food trucks, and there was a poutine food truck there, and they had a few different varieties, and I think I just had the traditional poutine, but it was actually very good, considering it was made by Americans. And I don't remember what the company was, like what the restaurant or the food truck, like I've never seen them again. It was years and years ago, but it was amazing. So excited to see a poutine freaking food truck in America. Yeah, poutine is just good. So sometimes I'll just have poutine for lunch. But you gotta have the crinkle fries at home. That's the way I make it. I make it with the crinkle fries. That's the only kind of fries I like to get at home. I think they just hold more gravy and cheese in them, I think is what I like about it. You think it would be more popular in the United States in general, the land of Utah dairy farms and cheese, because cheese curds are so common here. Yeah, they're harder to find here. Like in Wisconsin, you think it'd be a big thing, but poutine is just not a big American thing. And I don't know why we associate it with, I don't know if it came from some French meal. I don't know if it's like a French Canadian thing specifically. It has a French name, but I don't know that necessarily means it was one of the French Canadian foods, but that's what I associate it with. I associate it with February, which is when we had the Festival de Voyageurs, which was some big French Canadian festival thing, which was really fun. But that's what I associate it with the most. And French onion soup, I associate with the Festival de Voyageurs time too. I love French onion soup. So again, cheese, all the cheese. In the same area as Cache Valley cheese, so we can get them anytime in many flavors. Oh, yeah, I like some of I had some dill something or other cheese curds once, and they were really good. I would eat like a whole package of cheese curds just on their own by myself. It's not a good combo. Me and the cheese curds. I like them too much. So it's probably best that we don't get them here. If you wanted to make authentic poutine, that's how you do it. So none of these are ready, are they? No, okay. I wanted to, oh, it's down here, right? I wanted to make that restorative, revitalizing potion. That's right. And then, can I make more tea? No, I need more thistle. Okay. Is thistle from like around here? Or is it out in the woods? I think it's from around here. There's some thistle. Now I can make some tea. All of this talking about fries and stuff. I want some fucking poutine now, okay? Hey, it's Friday. I just realized it's Friday, which means it's French Fry Friday, which means I get French fries tonight, not poutine. But McDonald's fries, yay! Oh, now I'm happy. Why did I not put that together before just now? I'm streaming, which means it's Tuesday or Friday. So why did I forget? It's Friday. I don't know. It's been a weird week. You're shopping for saucepans. Do you need a new saucepan? Is it a need or a want? Okay, I'm gonna go to the mine and I need to get more. You need 2. Is it that you don't have certain sizes or yours are just old and need replaced? What's the situation there? Mine are ridiculously old and falling apart. Well, then yeah. Now look, I don't know if they still have the same kind.
Hey there, kitty.
But we bought saucepans from Costco, the Costco brand ones, and they've been great. And they were like a whole bunch, like all the different sizes and everything, and we really liked them. But we bought them. It's been like 11 years, so I don't know. They still have the same stuff now that they did then. But we need new ones. The small pan, the tiny one, gets used every day, pretty much, by the husband. He makes himself eggs every day, and the coating's gone off of it. They're the green brand ones with the white interior, and they're all chipping and grody. I want those really fancy, expensive ones that you keep seeing in all the pretty, like, Instagram stuff. They're so expensive. I don't know. I don't know. We just need to replace one pan at this point, though, not the whole set. We just need the little one. Or he could just use a different freaking pan. But it's, like, perfect for his egg, right? It's perfectly egg-sized. So it's his go-to pan to make his egg in the morning. Or eggs, I should say. It's all worn in the middle. It's no good. I am so tempted to get Calphalon ones because I got the expensive fancy Calphalon wok and they would match, but I also already spent so much on the wok I don't want to spend like $50 for pots. Hey there, Leroy. Welcome. Happy Friday. All right, do yourself a favor and go to the Costco website and see if they have their set. They've got, it's not Calphalon brand, but I suspect it may be made by the same people because they do that. Like they've got, their vodka is made by the Grey Goose vodka people, you know, like their stuff is made by like the high-end brand name people. Then they just brand it Kirkland. It might be slightly different, but it's made by the same people. So go see if they have. You could probably get a whole set of pots and pans for less than you could get the Calphalon shit. And they also, I think, have the Calphalon brand at Costco. But again, you're getting a whole set. I don't know if they have separate. I don't know if that's what you need or not, but so if you're going to get the Calphalon ones, they're going to be cheaper at Costco.
I am all out of strength.
See, now I need to go shop. Now I need to go look. I'm saying all this, and I'm like, I don't know if it's still true. I haven't looked at pans at Costco for a long time. They had this set. I'm glad I didn't get them ultimately because we got away from the brown, but they had a set of like that nice, you know, whatever that fancy Calphalon-like stuff is, but they were brown. They were the Costco set, but they were a brown instead of like the dark gray, black look. I was like, oh, all my stuff is brown. I want to get that. See, I told you. Costco's the shit for some of this stuff. And it's good quality. It was funny. My sister and I were dating. We weren't living together, but we were setting up separate households at the same time. And he needed pots and pans, and I needed pots and pans. And we got the same silverware, and we got the same set of pots and pans, and we got something else. We both got the same washer dryer, but not from Costco. Well, mine was white and his was blue, but we got some of the same things. And so then when we moved in together, we're like, we have double of all of this stuff. So we ended up giving a set of the pots and pans to his sister. And one of the washer and dryers actually went to his sister too, so they benefited. But we're like, now we have double all of this stuff. But there's worse things. Oh, there's a set of Kirkland Signature 3-piece nonstick saute pans for $40. It's just three pans. Hard anodized aluminum. So if you just want 3, there's a 3-piece one, 3 different sizes. Metal utensils safe. I still wouldn't use metal utensils on them. But $40. And I think those are the same pans that we currently have. Maybe I should get that. But we only need the one. I just wonder if they've changed slightly. And if the lids fit. Sometimes we need a lid on a pan, you know. I want them to fit the lids that we currently have. Oh, look at those Cuisinart pans. Those are nice. They're not rated very well. Where's the whole set? I don't see the whole set. I see OXO or OXO. What are you calling that? I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that. They have this really nice white Cuisinart set. What is that one in the middle? Steamer thing. Elegant matte white exterior. So weird. Okay, let me go to kitchen. I'm not putting this on the screen because we could do this forever. So having it not visible to you guys will make me do this faster, theoretically, and get back to what I was doing. Oh, I love me some Costco. Home and kitchen. Cookware and bakeware. Here we go. Cookware sets. Here we go. Oh, Dutch oven. I need a Dutch oven. I don't have a Dutch oven. Okay, so they have a proper Calphalon set, but they're pots. You said you needed pans? There's 3 different pots with lids for $85. Ninja Foodie cookware. Really? I like all the Ninja stuff we have so far. Oh, you need pots. Well, they have proper Calphalon ones, and they have like little like spouty things on the side, like for easy pouring, and I don't have that on my current ones. And on occasion, that feels like something that would be handy. What I'm not seeing is the Kirkland set. There it is. Yeah, 12-piece nonstick cookware set. So it looks slightly different. They've updated it from what we have. Oh, they have one of those pouring pan. Oh, all our pans have that too. Well, the 2 small ones anyway, not the big ones. Hey, wait, so there's like 2 stock pot type things? Oh. Heavy gauge, hard anodized aluminum. We need 1 pan replaced, not all of them. This is not very sustainable way of living, but the pouring spouts is handy. With straining lids. Ooh, that's a nice feature. A different kind of nonstick coating than what we currently have. Nonstick inside and outside coating provides easy cleanup. Outside of the pan? Yeah. Because, you know, you get sauce and stuff on the outside, and then you don't want it to get stuck. Non-stick is good. Well. Tempting, huh? I can't show this to the husband because he'd be like, yeah, we need a new pan. Maybe we should get those 3 pans. skillets, frying, and saute pans. This is the set of 3. We only need 1. We only need the little one. I don't know. Why is it so hard to adult? I want to look at the Dutch ovens and stock pots. They have a Calphalon one. I want one of those Le Creuset, or however you say that, the French one. But they're so expensive. I don't even think I can justify it. But I want one. Oh, I just turn that off. Turn that off. Mute. Why is that not muted? Oh my God, I hate it. I'm hearing myself in the background, and I hate it. Not allowed. Anyway. Sorry, we'll get back to the stream now. There you go. Twinderella, did I help you solve your problem? Okay, so I need... Wish Costco was closer and I could justify membership. Do you need a membership to buy stuff? I think some stuff you need a membership to buy on there. I don't think you need a membership to buy everything anymore. I think you might have. There you go. And again, I don't think this is going to help you, but if you have Instacart and Costco is within range of your address, you don't need a membership. So you can shop online. And some of the stuff, not all of the things, but like the pans and stuff might actually be available in the Instacart, whereas they wouldn't be. Well, sometimes what they have in store and what they have online is different too. But we've gotten things that aren't like grocery items from our Costco Instacart from time to time. But I get your location. Not those. I just miss having one. We like Costco. We like Costco a lot. Last time I went was like a year ago, and you need a membership to buy anything. It's so annoying. Well, in store, yes, but online, I think you might be able to buy some stuff without a membership. I'm not positive about that. In store, definitely, yeah. We've had a membership forever. There's certain things there's only certain things that we will only buy at Costco. Like peanut butter, my kids eat peanut butter like it's going out of style. And it's just so much cheaper to buy it at Costco. I eat for breakfast every morning those Belvita crackers. So we get those in bulk at Costco. There's just some things that are just so much cheaper there. Our Diet Coke, our coffee, eggs, yeah, shampoo, vitamin, it's all cheaper there. So for us, that membership pays for itself. I don't know how Costco is still doing the membership thing when that's what they got Sam's Club to eventually close. Because Costco and Sam's Club were not even remotely comparable. You could go to Walmart and Sam's Club, which are, the same company, on the same day. And you'd have a DVD at Sam's for $20. And then you'd go to Walmart and the same DVD would be like $13. So Sam's, they would trick you into thinking that because it's Sam's, it's cheaper. But a lot of times Walmart prices were cheaper than Sam's. Costco, their name brand stuff is very, very good. Not their name brand, but their store brand stuff. Their Kirkland stuff is very, very good. There are very few exceptions to that. If you're going to buy laundry detergent, dish detergent, whatever, get the Costco brand. I make my own laundry detergent. Did you know that? Did you know I make my own laundry detergent? It's powdered. But, so Sam's didn't go out of business, but they closed a lot of the stores. I can still order Sam's through Instacart. I don't know where the Sam's is in our city. It's not, the one in our end of town closed. But I stopped going there. Every now and then they would have better stuff. But the problem is they would have, the good thing about it, which I think was a problem for them, was they had more brand selection. So there'd be like 2 or 3 different kinds of an item to choose from. Whereas Costco, they'd have one kind of an item. But they would specialize in that and they would get the best one. I think Sam's started out good. And then it got where you had to really be careful. Some things were not priced better at Sam's. And Costco was just generally speaking cheaper and better quality stuff. Again, they carry some stuff that's just, and, you know, like Jif peanut butter. I mean, that's going to be the same quality anywhere you get it, right? But there was a really big difference between Costco and Sam's, and I got disillusioned on Sam's ages ago, and I'm a Costco through and through. And my husband did not know the difference, and he was like not impressed with Sam's. Then he assumed Costco was the same. He'd never been to Costco. We went there. Have you seen the episode of Modern Family where Mitchell takes Cameron to Costco for the first time? And Cameron is a big snob. Or is it the other way around? One of them was a big snob. I think it was Mitchell that was the snob. I think Cameron shopped there and Mitchell was really snobby about it. And then he went and he saw what it was like, and he just lost his ever-loving mind. And that was my husband when he first went to Costco. We went up and down every single aisle. We still do that. If we go there, we go every single aisle. Even if it's stuff we don't think we need, we go anywhere. Because it's just the stuff that you can get at Costco is amazing. So we go up and down every aisle. We made it about 3/4 of the way around the store. And he stopped in the middle of the aisle, which is not cool, with his cart. And he's looking around and he's like, this place is amazing. And he's been a convert ever since. And we would go to Costco on dates, like it would be date night. We would go do our shopping and buy things we didn't end up needing, because that's what you do when you go to Costco and Target, right? You buy things you don't need. And then we would go out for dinner or whatever after, because we would need to rest and recover. So we would need to go sit down and eat. But it is not close enough for us to, and we've become hermity. So now we just like to, order it on Instacart. But anyway, on Amazon for the 2.5 quart and 3.5 quart Calphalon Classic Pot, $74 each. I'm telling you. And the thing about Costco is if something goes wrong with it, yeah, and you get 3 of those for a little bit more than the cost of one of the other ones. Yeah. If you're not happy with it, you can just take it back. Now, there's some electronics exceptions, right? Like TVs and computers, and some electronics items have a different return policy. But everything else, we had a coffee maker. We used it for a year. It shit the bed. We took it back. No receipt. Clearly used. They just took it back. They're like, okay, cool. And we went and bought another one. There's some things that we will buy at Costco, specifically because their return policy is so good. You pay a $5 surcharge for not being a member, but worth it. Yeah. Yeah, when you were talking about that kind of price, yeah.
I could eat some food to recover.
Okay, right. I'm going to play the game a little bit. I am. I'm going to play. Inventory. This is what I'm looking for. Let's have some tea. Let's have 2 teas. And then I can get more iron. I think I might need to go down to lower levels to get more iron, because I'm getting like all copper now, and that's fine. But I don't need copper. I need iron. So if I go back to level 1. Okay, so just for end of life planning purposes, you can get your casket at Costco. You have to order online, and it goes to like an off website thing. But you can order your casket at Costco online, and then they will ship it to you within like 24 hours or whatever. You used to be able to like pre-order it, and then you just let them know when you needed it. I don't know if you can still do that. But it's going to be so much cheaper than your funeral home casket. And you can still get a nice looking one, you know? If you're not going to like do some kind of green burial, if you're not able to where you live, it's not accessible to you, and you got to have a casket, get it at Costco.
I could eat some food.
I'm just saying.
Some strength.
I think Costco should probably sponsor me. I do so much free advertising for them. I need a Costco sponsorship. I'm serious. Like in my everyday life, I can't tell you how many times I've been like, oh, got it at Costco. Oh, get that at Costco. It's just a thing. Got clothes at Costco. Books, movies. We don't really buy DVDs anymore, but they're much cheaper to buy there. Video games. Used to buy at Costco. And yeah, so many household items. Our patio set. Our patio furniture is from Costco. It's very nice. It was pretty cheap considering. And it's like that nice sunbrella fabric. We got it with our first round of COVID stimulus money. Donald Trump bought us our patio set. So, and it's really good quality. I don't remember what the price was, but so much cheaper than trying to buy it at like Home Depot or anywhere like that. Really nice stuff. A couch and 2 glider recliner chairs. They don't really recline. They lied. They not recline, rock. They're glider rockers, and then a nice big heavy ass table. And yeah, Costco. Donald Trump paid off a bunch of my debts and got my credit score up like 200 points. Well, you know, good for something. Good Lord, just the 3.5 quart classic saucepan is $90 at Walmart. Yep. Yep. So what we often buy there is a big bag of frozen chicken breasts. They're enormous to start with. Everything at Costco is bigger, even the boobs and the chicken boobs. And they're so much cheaper. You can buy them there. If you can, you'd have to actually go to a Costco to do that. But it's so much cheaper. Okay. I'm gonna get iron out of these, so I'm gonna go up 1 level until I run out of energy. I was in a meeting and I want to show them these pots so bad and I can't, and it's driving me crazy. Don't you hate that? Well, it's really annoying when they're like right there, but you still can't access them. I have that problem all the time. All the time. I'm always wanting to tell something. The thing is, if I don't share like right then, I might forget. So I'd like to go say something while I'm thinking of it so I don't forget. And oh, he's on a call, damn it. And there's some calls he's like takes his earbud out or whatever and he can interact. There's other calls he cannot. Eat a cupcake. And sometimes I can still get a little bit of his attention and sometimes I just have to wait. And it's the worst. It was like 90 minutes away. Sam's Club is like 20, but I hate Sam's. Yeah, it's just not the same. And I like the way Costco pays their employees. I like the way they treat their employees. I like the healthcare options they give their employees. Like they treat their employees like human beings. People like to work at Costco and they want to work at Costco because they're treated like human beings. And can you say that about Walmart companies? Not as much. Sam's Club stuff is cheap, just like Walmart stuff. Well, I mean, and sometimes you can get good things there on occasion. Well, I haven't shopped there for years, so I don't know anymore. But on occasion, you can get good stuff there. You know, like a name brand thing, and it'll be cheaper than somewhere else. But it's really hit and miss. Nope, Adam worked at Sam's Club up here before we moved away when we were in our 20s. They treated them like trash even back then. Yeah, and Costco does not do that. We bought cars through Costco, through their auto program. Like, you don't have to negotiate. The price is what it is. They work with certain dealerships. You go there and like, oh, here's the Costco price. We've done that. You can get flooring. You can get all kinds of stuff. You can get deals with some of those like closet companies. They have a couple closet companies they work with for like the custom closets, but that shit's still way out of our budget. Especially for this house. It wouldn't make sense to put a big fancy expensive custom closet in a house like this, but this is just sort of normal cookie cutter suburbia kind of house. So it would not be worth the return. There would not be the return on the investment on that. As nice as it would be to have. Just the wire ones would be fine.
For bed.
Anyway, yeah, Costco is the shit. Costco is screw Disney. Costco is the happiest place on earth. It just is. It's my favorite. Like he was a Night Stalker. That sounds like Night Stalker, like Stalker, and that makes me laugh. He was a Night Stalker, and someone else has stacked some heavy boxes on top of a few empty ones at the top of the shelves. Oh, and when Adam went to remove them, not realizing the boxes under were empty and precarious, it toppled and some stuff broke. Instead of finding the person who put them up there incorrectly in the first place and firing them, they fired him because someone has to be held responsible. You got fired for an accident, or an accident that was the result of someone else's stuff. They fired him for that. Dang. Even an eternal grudge. Yeah. Someone has to be held responsible. Or, you know, if you don't know who it was, maybe no one needs to be held responsible. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be shopping there anymore after that, that's for sure.
Oh, I remember he was so tiny, with those big green eyes.
Okay, this game is making... Okay, spoilers. Grandma is in bed because her health has declined. So remember at the beginning, she's up and about, and she walks really slow and everything. She's not doing well, and it makes me sad. And people are coming and giving her, like, gifts and stuff.
Enjoy time with your friends.
It's hard. She declined very quickly, and it's making me sad. Enjoy perfecting your craft, honeybee, but mind you, don't forget about your regular life. Enjoy time with your friends, maybe find someone special. She keeps encouraging me to go date. I have not been interacting. I keep meaning to go to the bar and forgetting. And the one time I wanted to go and I was prepared to go, it was closed. Of course. All right. I'm going to go check out how many more iron ingots. I can't say iron. How do you say iron? I suddenly don't know how. Iron. I don't even know how to say it anymore. I've lost my ability to language. Anyway, so I still don't need to water because it rained enough, which is great. I need to plant something here. Should also sell. I have no seeds. I guess I should sell some stuff. Okay. I's gonna go make some iron. Is it too early or is she just not open? It's Sunday. Nobody's fucking open today. God bless America. This is how it works. This is why I got that mod in Dinkum. And I set everybody's store hours to be 24/7. I really did. Is it nap o'clock? Almost. It's almost 3. 3 o'clock will be walk and then nap o'clock for me. I don't know about you. You got that whole workday thing? Oh, I could make some of that calcium stuff. Powdered calcium. Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I got some shells. I can make some more of that. Well, so much for selling things. My big plan for today was, of course, ruined again. So I guess I'll go to the mine and just do some more mining. Oh, I should go home and get my restorative potion. Because I have some thistle now. I can make some tea, too. Because energy is a thing in the mine. Can I make paper? What do I make paper out of? I can't make ink. How do I make paper? Over here? It's not where I make paper. Oh, I have a paper press in the shed. That's how you make paper. Paper press, yeah. There, I made a paper for whenever I get the urge to go fishing and catch me a squid or octopus or whatever the heck it is. Oh, watch where you're going, Klutzy. And then I can make another speed spell thing. This slow walking shit is... It's hard after you've had the speed thing. Excuse me, Mr. Pet, you want a char? I should be selling these things. But instead, I'm giving all the fish to you because I love you and I want you to be my best friend. Did it work? We're so close! Tomorrow we're going to be level 2 best friends. Whatever that means. Go nab this mushroom just cuz. Alright, let's go get some more iron. Were you here, Astra, when I discovered how to get copper? Starting at level 5, you can get copper or ore from any of those regular stones. And level 6, it seemed to be more of them were copper than not. So I don't know what is in that little pile that I'm so desperate to get a shovel to dig up. I don't know if it's copper or not, but I found another way to get copper, so we're all good. Okay, so I'm looking at your name, Astra. Astra Rose. Is that VT like Vermont? Is that something else? Now I'm curious. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to give me any identifying information if you don't want to, but I'm just curious. I have no idea, to be honest, but I do wonder what it is, though. It could be copper. It could be something else. I know. Is it clay? Do we have another way to get clay? I thought this was going to be clay, but it's sand. So I'm wondering if maybe it's clay, which would make sense for digging. It wouldn't make sense for it to be copper. You know, it doesn't mean it's not, but it just doesn't make as much sense. And yeah, you just get copper from regular little ore things, just on higher levels. Mystery solved. Well, one of the mysteries.
I'm all
Okay.
out of strength. I could eat some food.
Should I eat this cupcake because it's free? I didn't make it. I should sell it, but I mean, look. It's a fucking delicious looking cupcake. I want one. All right. Next level. So I'm having weather roll in, so my internet is being wacky. I'm sorry, you're experiencing technical difficulties. That's no fun. I'm so reliant on the interwebs. It's so hard when the power and or the internet goes out. Because so many of our things that we do, our entertainments, are on the interwebs. Well, and you know, my husband's work, a great deal of it requires the interwebs. I mean, he can still do phone meetings and stuff, but a lot of it does require the interwebs. He can do it on his phone, like they pay for data or tethering or whatever. They pay for that for his work phone, but still, it's hard to work on your teeny tiny little phone. You're used to a computer. Yeah. The interwebs has come in and completely changed my life, and I can never go back. Okay, I'm gonna have so much ore tomorrow. Am I gonna have enough to build my damn shovel? It's really late in the game. It's only 7 o'clock. What are you talking about? All right, can I get one more without having to level up? No.
I'm all out of strength.
Oh, fuck. Do I have some like itty bitty thing that I can eat? What do you do with cat fur? Fur taken from familiar cats. Oh, she's my familiar. Then why is she so standoffish at first? Fur taken from familiar cats can be used to spell an ingredient. Okay. I just want like an ingredient, like a fruit or something. Can I just like eat a mushroom? It doesn't appear so. You have to, it has to be prepared fruit. Like I can't just eat a peanut. And like cheese. I would totally just eat cheese. Sometimes I have cheese as a snack. So I have to eat a prepared thing. All right. I'll just eat these fish fingers, whatever. Do I have any more? I might as well get this one now. I might be able to get one more. I don't see any more ore nodes. I guess I could just do stone, or I could just say to hell with it. Let's do this stone. Oh. Come on. There we go. There. That's good. Now we'll go home, we'll go to bed, and then tomorrow, maybe we can have enough ore to make a shovel. It just seems weird that well, she's a blacksmith. She's not a hardware store. So I was gonna say, it seems weird she doesn't just stock shovels, but I kind of answered my own question there. Okay, before I go anywhere or do anything, I'm going to go look. That's the wrong thing. I'm going to go look up Natalia. She's open today. Okay. Let's go say hi to Grandma.
There used to be a very successful ranch in town, but it's become a rundown wreck now.
Yeah, we're working on it. We are working on it. Yay, my Amazon delivery's here. Yay. I got books and stuff I've been looking forward to.
Would be wonderful
we have a quest to rebuild the ranch. It just takes so many resources, and it's not my priority at the moment. All right. Oh, there's mail. Novice Terra, it has been several days since we last saw you tending the wellspring or attending a coven gathering. Oh, do not neglect your studies or your responsibility to the wellspring. Oh. Okay, I guess I know what I'm doing tonight. Right, and we need to go to the store and we need to sell some shit. I wonder if there's anything I can cook first. I don't have a lot of recipes, and I might need ingredients, right? To be able to cook. Which means I gotta go get them and then come back and then go back and sell them. So it's a multiple step process. So inefficient. I have a lot of weeds. All right. So let's go to the stores. Go to the blacksmith and do our thing there, and then go see what's her name. Doesn't open till 9. Or a little before 9. Hello, BFF. I need iron, please. Need all the iron. Can I make copper? I can make copper, or I can upgrade my axe. OMG. That was really weird sounding. Sorry to be so creepy. I need money. I can't quite upgrade my copper pickaxe. I only need 2 more of those, though. How many things? You only need 2 ores to make an ingot, which I like, rather than 5. It's so much further. Oh, I upgraded my axe. Maybe I can get the trees now.
They say spring is a time when love is in the air, but the only thing in the air around here is smoke from my forge.
Okay, she's not my best friend. She's my casual friend, apparently. But out of all of my friends here in town, other than my cat, she's my best. She's the best of the friends that I have. So there. Call her my BFF if I want to. All right. All right. Hold on. I need to figure out what I need to sell and what I need to buy. I'll buy a tato. I'll buy a bean. I'll buy a carrot. I'll buy a wheat. Oh, that's all I'm buying because I'm broke. Okay. I need to look at my recipes. So this needs rice and seaweed, which I don't have. This needs things I don't have. This needs things I don't have. This needs milk, which is really fucking expensive. I can make fish stew. I have to pee so bad. I was gonna try to wait till the end of my stream, but I can't. I gotta go. Just please hold. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And Meister Wobbles, oopsies, is napping. Chaos, Cozy, King, what, Mr. Whatever, he's napping. So when he said, is it nap time? It really was nap time. He's down snoozing his little head off. He's so cute. All right. So I need some rice to make one recipe. I need rice to make that. Do I have anything I can make with potatoes is what I'm wondering. I don't think so. I don't think I have any potato recipes. So I have about 1 thing of milk and 2 things of rice. If I can sell, okay. So then the question becomes, what do I sell? No, sorry, I'm not giving you any gifts. I'm rude. Sorry. You know what? For now, I just sell all the things. Yay, we unlocked fennel seeds, butter, and sweet potatoes. Not selling the sugar. Sell the coconut, and I'll sell the cheese. Even though it was absolutely stupid expensive to make. It's not a good investment. All right, so if I buy flour, and I buy 2 rice, and I buy 1 milk, I can make some of the things. Okay. Oh, and something needed yeast. I could make another flour yeast thing. I can make bread. I think I have enough to make a few meals, and then I can sell them for more, hopefully. Okay. I'll chat with her since I'm here.
Oh, so Bruno's giving you a fishing rod too, huh? He tried to get Juliet into fishing, but she didn't take the bait. Poor guy.
Didn't take the bait. What I didn't do was actually talk to her.
So, did your babysitting experience prepare you for twins?
What can possibly prepare you for twins? Nothing.
Oh, Tara, nothing prepares you for twins. At least
Right.
they're not toddlers anymore. They don't try to put everything that's not nailed down in their mouths.
Children's are so fun. All right, so I did the things. Now I gotta go back, do some more cooking. My running is so painfully slow now. I didn't buy seeds. Oh, I did. I did buy seeds. I did, didn't I? I did. I bought a potato, a bean, and carrot. Okay. Let's cook. Oh, I bought rice for that, but I can't make it. I sold my coconut, so I can't make that. I can make this. Here, let's just see what else we got. A fish stew. I don't have any cabbage. I thought I could make that, but I guess not. I sold my cauliflower and I sold my potato. I can't make anything. I'm stupid. I can make bread. I can make fish fingers. I don't call them fish fingers. I call them fish sticks. Fish fingers sounds funny to me. Okay. I can make another mushroom. Well, mushroom risotto. I have milk now, but I can't make anything with it. Well. I was thinking, I'll make all these things, but I sold all the ingredients because I'm apparently dumb. All right. Let's go to the mine. Well, first off, can we now chop this tree down? We totally freaking can. And it only takes 3. And look at how many. This axe is going to be life-saving. I need to upgrade my pickaxe. Did I already do that? Did I do it? I did not. Can I sell this? What do I do with this old axe? Okay, I need more copper or something? Yeah, I need more copper to do my pickaxe. So that's what we're gonna go get. I missed a piece of wood here. Oh, first things first, let's go level up our friendship with our little kitty friend here.
Hey.
Hello, little Miss Kitty. Did it work? No. Okay. This will work, though. We're gonna give this cat a fish. And we're out of fish. We need to go fishing now. Damn it.
You still like...
Yay, we did it. We're higher level now. Can we do anything about that? Like, no, nothing. Nothing's changed.
Aw, who's a good kitty?
Oh. Love purring. The purring sound. It's my favorite. All right, let's go. I was so excited. I thought something was going to happen now that we leveled up with her, but no. Sadly, that is not the case. Okay, we're going to go here. Now that I need copper, am I getting copper? No. When I needed iron, what was I doing? I was getting copper. Now I need copper. Not getting copper. There's one. Gonna need all the energy though. I don't think I've found the keys for this level yet. What I really want... Oh, I do have a key. I want a key to that chest. Where was it? It was one level down, wasn't it? I think. Let's try to see what this is. I bet it's clay. It's totally clay. Okay. Well, now we know how to get clay. There was a chest. One level down. Let's go see if it's still there. Because I have a key now. I wonder if it will work on the chest, or you need a special type of key. I don't know. And I don't know if it was only there at that time and then disappeared and I can't get it now, or if it's still there. the world is different now. It's procedurally generated. Is that what it's called when it's like different every time? So I had the chance to get that one chest, but I did not have a key. All right. Well, I don't know if I have enough ore to do anything with. I think I do. I think I needed 2 of these and I only have 1. So I think I have enough where I can upgrade my pickaxe, which will make this less of a chore to do, right? Hey, I wanted to accomplish some things, and I did. Oh, also, I gotta go out. Oh, man, I gotta go all the way out to the woods and put something in the pot, because I got scolded for neglecting our magical wellspring. Oops. Oops-a-daisy. This is some slow going. Oh, good. More of these moonflower things. I'm totally gonna grow these next year in the backyard. I haven't come back here because I haven't been able to do the quest thing that they wanted me to do. I haven't been able to finish it. So I haven't come back here, but I apparently made the wrong choice. I need to come back at least every few days. Alright, I'm going home now. Get home by like 1 o'clock at this rate. Oh, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Change the speed of the day. It won't be so late when I get home. We're ordering from Costco. Woohoo! Always check at Costco. If you need a new coffee maker, you need a new vacuum, you need to always check Costco. They don't always have what you need, but when they do, it can save you so much money. I think I got enough stuff to make at least another batch, or maybe 2 even, of that restorative potion. I think I need 1 more. I got something in my eye. My eye's really irritated. I think I need 1 more mandrake. And been here for a while, so they've spawned and they don't disappear, I think. I think they just wait for you to collect them. Oh, there's another one. Sweet. Alright, now I'll head home. So did you order the full set, or did you just order the 3 pans you needed? What did you get? What did you order, Twinderelli? Twinderelli. That's your name now. Sorry. My eye is so irritated. That's what Adam calls me when he's using my Twitch name. Well, Twinderelli. Well, you can't help it because the song, the mice, Cinderelli. You're getting the 3-piece Calphalon hot set. That's more sustainable. Just getting what you need instead of all the things you don't need because it's a good deal.
Is it time for bed?
Yes, honey, it's time for bed. Well, good. I actually got something done. I was a little lost at the beginning. I didn't know what I was working on. I forgot how to play. But I got some shit done. We stopped talking for long enough for me to to play a game. My eye. What is wrong with my eye? It's very irritated. Okay. I'm gonna go walk and then nap. I already have enough pans, although I will get the big old fryer pan eventually just because I want the wok will fit just about anything, but I like flat bottom fryer pan. Maybe I just gonna make the screenshot. Like, no, I got like something in it. It's just the one. It's like I got a lotion or something irritating it. It'll be all right. I'll just leave it the fuck alone. The wok will fit just about anything. Yeah. We have the big flat bottomed fryer pan things. We have one that has like the ridged bottom and then one with the flat bottom, and we love them. They're very handy for things. Thanks for hanging out. Maybe that's not it. No, it's definitely not that. It's just more like it's like stinging a little bit. Like I got something like lotion or something that's irritating it. I had a mascara that used to really irritate my eyes. I had to stop using. I used to blame it on like my facial serum thing that I was using, but it wasn't that. It was freaking eyelash. I mean, it was the mascara that would get in my eyes. When I wasn't wearing it, but I still used my face serum, it wouldn't happen. But now I got something. I don't know. I don't know what I did. I'll be all right. Starting to feel a little bit better. Just keep it closed and let it wash itself, you know. You know how it does. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to be back Tuesday. And have a great weekend. And yeah, we'll see y'all real soon. And now it's time for awkward dancing. Ready? Set? Go. Y'all better be dancing too.